Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 13th episode of After the Fall here on Scryer Vision. Tonight's episode's title is The Home Stretch, because the In Out Salvage team is getting precariously close to accomplishing their goal and getting a real big payday of experience points. So, let's meet our players tonight. And the players opted not to have an order of introduction. Instead, they had asked that I introduce them, which is frankly insulting because I do not know their names. And am just flabbergasted that they would even think I would. So, joining us tonight, we have the In and Out Salvage crew. A band of friends from Newcastle, Minnesota, who have struck out on their own for riches, fortune, and glory. I suppose riches and fortune are kind of the same thing, aren't they?
No, it depends.
It's been a long trip to the Twin Cities to try to find Project Alexandria, a supercomputer containing all of the published works of the last few centuries. Unfortunately, they've encountered a bit of a problem, as Project Alexandria is kept at the Mall of America, which happens to be home to a Morphean dragon. They wandered into the beast's mists and had a number of strange visions and other odd things happening before they turned on a Ferris wheel, woke the creature up, which got rid of the nightmare mists, but now they do have a dragon that knows they're there. Even if it hasn't seen them yet, it can smell them. So, our players tonight, let's start with, let's go alphabetical. So we're going to start with Clarity. Clarity plays Nellie DeLance, captain of the Ramshackle and de facto leader of this group. No one objected. Sure. I think we're okay. Nellie recently discovered her passion for Ferris wheels and Ferris wheel accidents as she was flung from the Ferris wheel across a theme park and through the roof of a building, which fortunately broke her fall. It's
called free flying.
It's like parkour, but like more extreme. It's elvish parkour.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Clarity. We're happy to have you here. We're happy to have Nell here. Next to Clarity in the lineup, we have Aaron. Aaron plays Quinn. Does Quinn have a last name? I forget.
Nope, she does not.
It's a mononym, like Cher or Sting. Quinn is our halfling awakened dreamer who managed to distract the dragon for a quick second by conjuring one of the first monsters the team faced, a giant serpent called the Serpent Queen. Unfortunately, it seemed like the dragon actually ate the dream that you brought into the world, which has never happened before, and it's a little worrying because it actually hurt you when that happened. So, Quinn, Aaron, happy to have you here. Next, we have John, who plays Isaac Patterson, our elf artificer who is trying to conduct weird science and merge magic with technology. Unfortunately, most of his magotech stuff hasn't been working so great within the nightmare mists. Now that the mists are gone, might have better luck. However, Isaac has had a tough run of it on the lead up to the mall, but has really stepped up and had several moments of bravery, such as staring down a saber-tooth cat that was made of mycobes, which again, if you weren't watching last week, are modular interlocking plastic construction blocks. And there is a mycobe store at the Mall of America. Thank you, John. We're happy to have you here. Happy to have Isaac. Happy he's still alive. and in mostly one piece. Finally, we have Tyler, who's playing Corin Wisevale. Corin is a dragonkin, a rather imposing, tall, broad-shouldered man who has, until this trip, kind of been laissez-faire and lazy about his life, not having too many goals, but discovering goals now that he is free of the nightmarish hellscape that is the Newcastle General School. Traveling out from Newcastle, he's had quite a go of it too. Granted, he hasn't been flung from a Ferris wheel or drained by a vampire, but he's gotten a few good hits, and he had a bit of a nightmare last week that he just barely woke up from. So now that mist is gone, hopefully that won't be a concern. Tyler, we're very happy to have you and Corin here tonight. And I believe that is everybody. So, for those of you who are in the Twin Cities, it is a chilly autumn night, so hopefully you have a hot drink to keep yourself warm. And for those of you abroad from the Twin Cities, I'm sorry.
It is a chilly autumn night. Before the coldest nights reach us, the temperature will drop at least 80 more degrees.
Yeah, autumn.
Come live here.
It's
Nice.
It's
We have
it's great.
trees.
Not for long. Well, they won't have leaves for long.
Yeah.
I was about to say, why are the was
The
that like
trees-
a global? Was
the
that like
trees
I thought it was like a
travel
climate.
south.
I thought it was like a climate change thing, and I was like, got dark. All right.
No, all the trees are
Done.
awakened, and yes, they travel
Yeah,
south.
they go
for the
south
winter.
for the winter.
Uh,
Yeah.
The pine trees don't. They stick around, but they shed
Yeah.
their pine needles. It gets so cold here.
The Ents
Yeah.
have awoken.
They're marching on Isengard, which turns out was Memphis all along.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get there pretty
Uh,
quick. They take really long strides. It's fine.
They do. You could call it a tree stride. Okay, so that was a D&D joke. Not a very good one, but that's the best I got. So, shall we begin?
Let's do it.
Might as
Alright.
well.
We have a dragon to kill.
So, as we previously addressed, you arrived at the Mall of America last week. You broke in, illegal, to a first-floor department store and traversed your way through there, only to find yourself on the third floor, overlooking the amusement park. And all the while, starting to have strange auditory and visual hallucinations. Not great, but, you know, it's the job. These mists hung heavy throughout the mall, and as you traveled, you kept jumping from area to area. You finally found yourself in a music store, and then you tried to continue walking, and you found yourself next to the Mycobe store, and then you kept walking, and you found yourselves next to a miniature golf course, went over the balcony down to the Ferris wheel, which you turned on. We had our whole accident with Nell free flying, was it?
Free flying, yeah.
Free flying, yes, okay. After the dragon awoke, before you knew it was actually a dragon, you had a good idea where Nell had landed because Nell left a Nell-shaped hole in the roof she went through. Like something out of a cartoon. You managed to race downstairs, and as you were approaching the building, that's when you saw it. That's when you saw 50 feet long from snout to tip of tail and almost as wide in wingspan, the Morphean dragon. A mottled mixture of green, red, and white scales. This creature is not pretty. It is like something out of a nightmare. But you steeled yourselves. You managed to distract the beast, rescue Nell, and extract yourself into a hotel that had a very odd ring of Charlie Brown statues with a Snoopy statue in the center. Unfortunately, The dragon followed you to the hotel. You managed to hide just in time as it tried to sniff you out, and then started to collect those Charlie Brown statues, taking them back into the amusement park. It was weird, but you managed to escape up some stairs to the 3rd floor, and you broke back into the mall on the 3rd floor as it is collecting those statues, and it is there, as you exit the hotel, that we pick back up. So, In Out Salvage crew, what are you going to do?
Well, we're going to the 3rd floor, aren't we?
I think
We're on
we
the,
already
we're on
are.
the,
heading
we're on
for
the
the
3rd
third
floor.
floor.
We're looking for crayfish computers because if nothing else, we're complete our mission.
So, crayfish, as you found out from the computer that was rather chatty, is on the 3rd floor
Yeah, it's a
north
whole other
side,
thing.
and you are currently on the 3rd floor south side. So, you have an option. The mall is laid out like a giant square, a ring almost. You can go left and loop around to the east, or you can go left and loop around to the west, or right and loop around to the east. I get my directions confused sometimes.
Which way takes us furthest away from the dragon?
You have
Sniffing at
no
our
idea.
heels.
This dragon is on the 1st floor, 2 floors below you right now, trying to bash its way into the hotel lobby to get the rest of these statues, or maybe to follow you. You're not entirely sure.
Left or right, crew?
Right.
Cool, let's do it. I just needed one person to answer.
Right sounds good.
Let's head to the right.
All right, so you begin to traverse to the right, heading a little bit ways from the hotel. Are you being sneaky?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now that we know there's a dragon.
We're moving quickly, but also quietly.
Yes.
Quickly and
Alright.
quietly.
Quietly
So-
as we can be.
In that case,
No,
go ahead.
I was gonna say Nell's keeping an eye out for the dragon. It's her focus.
That is
Fucking
fair.
s- Fucking so am I.
Yeah.
Whether I want to or not.
All right, so if that's the case, I'm going to need a speed test from everybody, and we're going to set the difficulty of this at 5. This is a test to try to keep quiet while still being aware of your surroundings.
I put all of my d20s in a bag together so I can just kind of find a random one.
All right, what a great way to start the night.
Right.
Oh, that's not a great.
I was
That's
Looking
okay.
at a
One.
15 or better is the goal here.
I got
got
a
a
12.
I got a 19.
I'm reducing
Oh.
the difficulty of mine by 2 steps.
Okay, using some effort.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I already rolled, so but I
Yeah.
got
Ooh.
I got a 5.
I'm glad I did.
Hmm.
I got a 13.
So, if I'm getting this correct, Quinn got a 5,
Correct.
Nell got a 13,
Mm-hmm.
Corin got a 19, and Isaac got a 15?
12.
12. Okay. That's 3 people who failed the test because the way
I
Cypher
succeed-
system works. Oh, because
I
you lowered it
succeeded.
by
She
2.
lowered hers,
Yes,
so-
so that's a mixed success then.
Doesn't a
Uh,
19 get me something?
Yes, it would be a minor effect.
Minor effect is one of my other companions also succeeded. Who
That
didn't.
would not be a minor effect.
Could it be minor if it was just off by 3?
Could he lower John's by
okay, I got an idea. I got an idea.
for a minor
Since
effect, or is that a large effect?
since they're being kind of noisy, can the minor effect be that the dragon is also being quite noisy, so doesn't really notice their slight missteps?
That can definitely be a minor effect.
I was like, it's minor
There
because the
we
dragon's
go.
already being noisy. So
It is. You can hear it from where you are,
Yes,
2
it's
floors
terrifying.
away. You can hear the sound of wrenching metal and breaking glass as it smashes its way using its massive body through that small set of doors that have been chained shut and into the hotel lobby. And then you don't hear it anymore. But by this point, you're about 200 feet away from the hotel. You've put a little bit of distance between yourself and the dragon, you hope, as you are moving with purpose, but moving carefully and trying not to attract the beast's attention. There's a couple of close calls as Quinn runs into a gumball machine, knocking it over, cracking it, and spilling gumballs across the floor.
Gonna grab a few.
Man, if only humanoids were chasing us, that'd be great, actually.
Just take a few and put them in my pocket for later.
As you are walking, now that the mists are gone, it is rather dark in here. There's a fair bit of light coming through skylights above, but if it wasn't for that, it would be very hard to navigate this. There's several spots where at one point there were probably these overlooks into the lower levels with these nice rails, but those have been smashed forward, and if you didn't know it was there, you could easily walk right off it and fall 60 feet down to the lowest levels of the mall. Seeing where you're able to, or being able to see where you're going, you manage to avoid those, but you're also noticing skeletons dotting the landscape, some of them in shining, gleaming armor.
Do we recognize the armor?
You do. It's the armor of the Knights of Snelling.
Not surprised.
Fortunate for them.
Well, there's a reason they warned us.
You turn the corner and begin your traverse north along the eastern edge of the mall.
Crayfish computers, crayfish computers, crayfish computers, crayfish computers.
You begin to hear a sound from behind you. Something smashing against glass and metal again. You believe it's probably on this floor. Do you just go for it? Or do you continue to try to remain stealthy?
Do we want to hide?
Let's hide in a nearby store.
How aggressive is the sound?
By your best estimation, having never encountered a dragon before, it seems pretty aggressive.
I was wondering if I could determine whether it's a kind of searching, like it sounds like it's searching, or it sounds like it's running towards us.
It doesn't sound like it is running. It sounds like it is slowly and methodically trying to find the intruders within its lair.
Guess. Would you guys say hide somewhere?
Hide in a nearby store, yeah.
What do we see around us?
You look around. There's a miniature golf course, but not the same one you were in before. It looks like there might be an escalator that leads up into a fourth floor. You don't remember that on anything you heard about. You see a game store, some sort of convenience store, a smoothie shop, music store. Wait a second. That music store looks really familiar. It's overlooking the theme park. It has to be the one that you were at before.
Well,
Let's hide in there.
do we want to
What's the
return?
worst that could happen?
I was tempted for the miniature golf course because I feel like there'd be a lot of things to hide behind.
At any point
Or under.
along the way, have we seen one of those little stands that says, with the maps that says "You are here"?
You haven't, actually. There's things that say directory on them, but they're these strange screen kiosks that are all dark.
Power.
Well, it's just as long as there's some place to hide, we just gotta go.
How far apart are the music store and the miniature golf course?
100 feet? Maybe 200?
Are we
You guys go to the golf course.
Are we
I have
splitting
an
up?
idea.
Uh-oh.
You
I'm
have an
gonna-
idea?
I'm
Excuse me, what's your idea?
Nope.
I'm
alright.
going to sneak off into the music store.
Well, it is important to note that Nell is still fairly badly injured, I believe.
She's a broken arm.
Mhm.
It's
So
fine.
you're moving kind of slow.
I toss Nell the shortwave radio,
Okay. So
and I go, turn the volume down, and let's try not to try not to kill each other with these, but let's keep in contact.
All right. So, Corin, Quinn, Isaac, you're going to duck into the miniature golf course while Nell goes off and does something?
Yep. I'm going to see about getting that piano playing on its own again.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn my radio off, of which I will turn back on when, like, I'm sure that the dragon isn't listening for us, so that something doesn't happen with the radio. I'm not going to leave it off though. But
All right.
I've seen too many movies where someone calls you on a phone or the radio just as the bad guy's leaving and thinks you're not there.
Well, but this isn't a television show or a movie.
No,
this is real life.
This is real life. Yeah.
That sort of stuff doesn't happen in real life.
No, it doesn't happen. No.
No,
There's a
no, that wouldn't
dragon's
be.
about to eat you.
No, that wouldn't be perfect setup for a GM intrusion or anything if I left that radio on.
Yeah.
Radio is off.
Okay.
I also turned Clarity's off before I tossed it to her.
No.
Nels,
All right.
you said this was real life.
All right. Your stats are all the same as your actual real life stats now. So
What are
Good
my
luck.
real life stats?
I don't know. Might, speed, mind. Which
Negative.
Awesome.
Oh.
I've been exercising lately. I should be fine.
Alright.
Against a dragon.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna help.
It's the same. You've seen my vicious dog.
I have. He is not the same size as the dragon.
You could take him.
He's asleep.
Good. So, Nell, as they duck into a closed storefront, you head as quickly and purposely as you can straight to the music store. All the while, you can hear shattering glass and wrenching metal as the dragon is attempting to break its way through and follow the scent of 4 little morsels that have entered its lair. So, what are you going to do?
Well, I wanted to try and get to that piano from earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe if I can get it to be playing on its own. Otherwise, I'm going to be trying to find some way to make a lot of noise in this music store to get the dragon's attention.
Okay. So you get to the door of the music store, you're able to find your way inside, and I'm going to have a GM intrusion at this point. Clarity, do you accept the GM intrusion?
Always.
Excellent. And who would you like to gift the experience point to?
I want to give it to Isaac because in tandem with Corin, Isaac and Corin worked well together to get everything actually, progressing.
Very
So I
well.
want to give it to Isaac.
All right.
It has been so given. As you-
XP.
As you get to the piano, it is broken into several pieces. It wasn't like that when you left, but it looks like it's been that way for quite some time, too.
Man, that dog
Ghost
really messed
piano.
with us.
Especially considering how much time you spent investigating the piano and getting cut by it.
Vicious piano. Alright. What else is, big and noisy here?
You're looking around, there's a trombone, a French horn, some drums.
I couldn't find those earlier.
There's an entire drum kit just sitting right there.
Alright, let's do this.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a seat at that drum set. And I'm going to jam out.
Okay. It's at this point that the dragon has broken through the 3rd floor entrance to the hotel, back into the mall. It is now slinking its way through the passageways, following your scent. Quinn, Isaac, Corin, you can hear a clattering of something being scattered across the floor as it moves. The large, bombastic impact tremors of every step it takes. You feel like it should threaten to bring the entire building down around it with every step. At one point, a clattering of golf balls falls over as a rack upends itself, shaken off a countertop by the shaking of the building. You can hear the creature just outside, sniffing. And just as it's about to start poking its snout through the entrance, you hear doo-doo, 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 as Nell lays into a epic drum solo. The beast's head snaps around. Nell, from your position, you can see it now as it narrows its eyes and moves towards you with intent. What do you do?
It's so hard to not
I'm
keep
going
that
to
going.
wait until it gets close, and then
150
I'm going
feet.
to activate a lightning wall right on its face.
100 feet. It's opening its jaws. It's getting ready to swallow you with one bite, and it could easily do so. Drum kit and all. 50 feet. You take the wand that you've been using as a drumstick, while still maintaining a steady beat on the snare drum. You level it at the creature through the glass, and as it gets within about 15 feet, you cast the spell, releasing the energy. A massive 60-foot wide, 30-foot tall stream of lightning, crackling energy, this blue electricity arcing from point to point, connecting with itself like a jumble of light that you can just barely see, ignites in front of the beast. It slams into it, raking the creature across its face and neck as it wheels about and drops down a level and back into the park below, out of sight.
We hear this? I assume it'd be very easy to hear this.
You do hear the crackling energy, yes.
As soon as we hear it, I go, let's move. And take off.
Nice.
Because I know exactly what that is.
As you leave the relative safety of the mini golf course, you hurry on your way, going north. You see this giant wall of crackling energy. Nell, it seems to have worked. You don't see the dragon anymore. What do you do?
Well, the question is, have I trapped myself inside the music store?
No, you ignited it at an angle. It slammed into it at an angle, so there is a way to escape back towards the north. It actually looks like the wall almost extends across the hallway of the mall, and it will funnel your friends into a small opening over by what looks to be some sort of smoothie shop.
Oh. Are they going to have a hard time getting to where they need to go then? Is it in the way?
It
Is that what I'm
is
hearing?
slightly in the way, but they are going to be able to clear it. Do you want to drop the lightning wall?
No. If they're able to clear it, then no.
Okay.
I'm going to move in the opposite direction.
Okay. So, I'm going to make a note here that you used the lightning rod. So, when you say opposite direction, you can really only go north, because otherwise the lightning wall is going to hit you.
Oh, alright then.
Would you like to
Gotta
go
meet-
north?
Gotta meet back up.
Well, yeah, we gotta... I can't stay here.
Okay.
We gotta keep moving.
So, Quinn, Isaac, Corin, you are booking it as fast as you can across the tile-laden floor of the mall. You pass some stairs, those strange angular metal stairs, and a bank of elevators that lead downward only. And just as you're about to the smoothie shop, from a large, round, rotunda-like opening next to the lightning wall, the dragon swoops up on beating wings, It rears back, and it exhales a stream of mist towards you. So let's make a mental test, shall we?
Cheating.
This is going to be difficulty 6.
I'll throw in a bit of edge.
Effort?
Yeah, effort.
Okay, how much?
Let's do. I've got 2 edge, so let's do 2 effort.
2 effort? Good call, good call.
I will throw in 3 effort.
Ooh, okay, that lowers it.
It costs how many points to spend the edge again? 2 to buy
how much
the.
your
If I use an edge to buy an effort, it costs how much?
How much edge do you have?
2.
So it just costs 1 point then.
Okay, and then I have 2 efforts, so it costs me 2 points.
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
Do I need you to do this roll too?
You are on the opposite side of the lightning wall, so no.
Okay.
So that lowered it to a 3 for me.
Okay.
I got a 14.
I got
14,
an 18.
18. Quinn?
I rolled another 5.
So Quinn, you're at the back of the pack.
Use your
Since...
XP.
Oh, you can use your XP to reroll. You do
I
have some
could.
XP.
What are the odds that you're gonna get an 18 though?
Well, she doesn't have to. She used
I
effort.
don't know.
Oh, that's right. She used effort.
She's
Did I give
She's got to get a...
my
I'll
15.
use one.
12.
I'll use one. Might as well. Can you take it? I don't think I can drop it. Still,
steal.
let it go.
Thank you. All right. Let's get better than a
Question.
5. Yes.
14.
Oh, there we go.
Better than a 5.
Did I give my XP from my level up last time, or
I thought you did.
Oh,
I
we
thought
all
I
did,
did?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I didn't realize I had that much. Still,
Yeah.
I'm back up at 4.
Yeah, you
All right.
got some XP, man.
I have none.
So, Quinn, there's a moment. You're at the back of the pack, and Isaac and Corin are almost leaving you in the dust as they are making for the small gap of the lightning wall. And that miss is just about to hit you. You can feel it on the back of your neck when you feel somebody grab your arm, and Corin just hauls you up on his shoulders in a fireman carry and hurries through the gap.
As I run, you hear me saying, "I am not strong. This is difficult."
Corin,
I'm small.
are you though?
I
You're
have-
4 feet.
I have 10 might
That's still small.
and no edge.
This is definitely not your strong suit, Corin, but you reacted in the moment. And
Adrenaline.
as you clear the 3-foot gap between the mall wall and the lightning wall, the electricity is sizzling the air, and as the mist hits it, it explodes in this green flame. The dragon, for the first time, second time, I think you heard its roar down in the park too, lets out an unearthly roar that shakes you to your bones as you quickly let Quinn down and meet back up with Nell on the other side of the lightning wall.
See, I told you you'd use it.
Yeah. That was. We keep going.
Do you keep going?
Yeah, I mean, staying in one spot when it's seen us is probably
Yeah.
not a good idea.
All right, you start to run as fast as you can. Stealth be damned at this point.
Yeah.
It knows where you are, and this is its lair. You go another 100 feet, you begin to turn back west. You know that the place you need to go is directly in the center of the north side, a food court of some sort. Not sure what that is, maybe a place where they tried foods. And just as you're turning that corner, from another one of those gaps open to the floor below, whoosh, whoosh, the dragon rises up in front of you. What do you do?
Is there Any place to like dive out of the way?
Not really. There's
stores or
storefront.
anything?
Well, there's plenty of stores. At this point, there is actually another direction you could go. There seems to be a metal staircase leading back down to the second floor to your left.
Does it look like it's about to let loose another breath?
It looks like it's trying to find a place to land.
We might want to go down. We might want to go down for a second.
Just
What would you
pretend
do?
like we're going down the stairs, but then not actually go down the stairs. Just like hide in the stairs.
All right, we'll make for the stairs at least.
All right.
And
so
then
See what
once
it
it's
does.
gone, yeah.
you make for the strange metal staircase that leads down onto the second floor overlooking the amusement park. As you kind of half stumble down the stair, you hear the dragon land and feel the building lurch slightly as it starts towards you on 4 legs, mouth open, salivating this green slime. It seems to be going for you still. Do you continue down the stairs or do you try to hide?
Hide?
So, yeah, I guess hide.
Yeah.
So you're going to attempt to hide on the stairs.
No, not on the stair. Well, no, if we're already on the stairs, we just keep booking
Can
it.
I somehow make it look like with my Dreamcraft? I look, because I've seen in my dreams, I've seen the mall. Can I make it look like above us is something else when the dragon comes over, so it doesn't look like we're in the stairs, so he can't actually see us?
So
Like there's no stairs
Because
there.
I've seen the mall, so I could pull it from
So
my
essentially,
dream.
you're trying to craft an illusion of
Mhm.
just it being a floor, not a staircase.
Yeah, to make it appear that there's not something there, that we're no staircase.
Okay.
Just floor.
Generally, this is going to be just something you're able to quickly and easily do as a dream crafter, but this is a higher illusion. This is something that you haven't actually attempted to do before. You've made creatures and objects and stuff with your dreams before, but you've never tried to change the terrain. It's going to be a mental test, and we're setting the difficulty at 5.
Hooey. Okay. Can spend if I spend 1 effort, that lowers it to a 4.
12 or better.
Okay.
With the cipher system, every test has a difficulty level. 1 through, I believe, 12 is the highest. And what you do is you multiply that difficulty by 3 to determine the number you have to roll on a d20 to see if you succeed. Hopefully isn't another 5.
Do I have anything I could put towards it? Paper crafting. Nope. I don't think there's any skills I have that are good at it.
Okay.
Other than my ability to construct stuff, I could easily construct floors with my mind. That's spending an XP. That was a 2. Take an XP from me, please.
Okay, spending an XP for a reroll.
Please don't do bad. 12.
12. Okay. That is exactly, I think, what you needed after having lowered it by 1. So, well done. You turn, once again, the last person in the group to get to where you're going. You throw up this image from your mind of another section of the mall that you saw, that you dreamed about before. It's just a flat floor into a corner. And from your side, you see this sort of haze appear above you. The dragon is only about 30 feet away. It's already moving towards you. And I am going to throw in a GM intrusion. Aaron, do you accept the GM intrusion?
Yes.
Cool. Who do you gift one of your XP to?
Corin for picking me up earlier.
Very well.
That's why I did it.
For the XP, yes.
For the XP.
So the dragon can't stop in time. The thing is too massive, and it seems very confused by the sudden appearance of no stairs. But there were stairs there a moment ago? What? As it attempts to stop, it sort of side slams into the illusion. And Quinn, when it does, there's a blinding white surge in your mind as the dragon actually collides with the illusion. You take 2 points of mental damage. And, unfortunately, as the beast hits what is actually there, which is the top of this metal staircase, the metal stairs seem to have been on some sort of ribbon, which snaps. The stairs begin rapidly descending down, carrying you towards what looks to be sort of a teeth-like meeting point for the stairs at the bottom of it. I need everybody to make a speed test. Difficulty's only a 2.
12.
12.
Can the dragon get caught in the
19.
escalator? It's everybody's fear.
16?
Gets his wing caught.
9.
9? Very good. So, yeah, you all manage to quickly run off just as the escalator is meeting the bottom. And you see it just kind of fall off into darkness below. This strange, almost mechanically looking slide apparatus. Isaac actually does like a little flip. He hops the side rail as... actually, you know what Isaac does? As soon as it starts descending, he flips onto the middle of the escalator and slides down on the metal chute. Completely safe. The dragon at the top of the escalator is sniffing around the illusion. Quinn, you can feel its breath on the illusion.
Hide.
This platform seems to go off to the left and right or back towards the center of this wing of the mall. Which way do you go?
Does it look like the escalators are completely ruined? Like
This one is.
We couldn't. But what about the ones going up?
Oh, you could go up the other one, yes.
I just like go up and confuse the dragon. He's just like, what the hell?
Ryan, I sent you a question in the chat.
Ah, so you did.
I also sent Isaac a question.
I think we got to find a place to hide. We're not going to be able to outrun this dragon. It's going to keep finding us. We have to find a place to hide and like figure something out. So like I'd say if there's a storefront nearby, we dive in there and try and be quiet.
I mean, there's several storefronts nearby. There's one that looks like a candy store. There's, you're not entirely sure what half of these places are. Clothing, maybe? Shoes?
I will say as we dive into the biggest one, the one's got the most room, what looks like.
Okay. The one that's got the most room looks to be a shoe store.
If everyone agrees. As we're diving in, I'm going to pull out a smoke bomb and a flash bomb, and I'm going to chuck both of them at the same time in the complete other direction, so that when they hit, they both go off at the same time.
Okay.
So that the dragon sees a flash bomb and sees a bunch of smoke or something, and will hopefully be like, what the F is that?
All right, so...
I just chuck it as hard as I can.
as you're moving to try to hide, and Corin's getting this ready, Quinn, there's another surge of pain as the dragon begins to tear through the illusion. You can feel its claws shredding the material that you've created. Do you drop the illusion?
It only stays up for a minute, so
It hasn't been a minute yet.
it'll. I'd say once we've cleared the view of the stairs, I can let it up. Yeah,
All right.
once we've made our way.
You're about to enter the storefront, which has a completely enclosed front, and it's a double set of doors that look to be solid as well. Corin is about to throw the thing as you feel this flash of pain so intense that it makes you actually drop to your knees and fall at the entrance. Does anybody do anything?
I'm taking the time to throw that, so I'd grab her as I turn around to throw that. So after I throw.
Just crawling in.
Okay. You get inside just as the bomb goes off, just as the illusion drops. You hear the dragon descending down the stairs from the other side of the door. There's a tense moment. You can hear a growling. And then the tremors begin to ease off as it heads off to where it heard that large popping sound just a moment ago.
I have a question about one of my things.
Yes?
The dream thief. Does the person or thing that I'm stealing the dream from know that I'm doing it? It just says. I only put in my thing a short blurb. I don't know if that's the whole thing. It's just I steal a previous dream from a living creature with short range. Creature loses 2 points of intellect, ignores armor, and you learn something the GM chooses to reveal about the creature. Does it know that I do it? I would assume that it would if it loses intellect, like it would.
We certainly feel it. It's hard to say, really. It might.
Okay. Because I kind of want to try to steal a dream just to gather some intel about this dragon.
I start doing something once we get into a hiding place, once we get in the store.
But short range, how close is short range?
Short range is pretty close. You have to be within, I believe, 5 to 10 feet.
Gross.
So when I was on the stairs, I should have used it. Shucks.
So you're in the store. The dragon seems to be moving away. What do you do?
While looking for a place to hide, obviously, I take out my immovable rod. I don't activate it. But I also take out one of the two long, nice, sharp daggers I have. And I duct tape the shit out of it to one end of the immovable rod, to where it kind of overlaps it a little bit. It's not like directly on top of it, like so where when you tape it to it, it
Okay.
stays securely on there. But I'm taping one of the blades to the top of my immovable rod.
What kind of store are we in? Forgive me?
Appears to be a shoe store. Lots of stacks of shoes, narrow rows that you can seem to kind of hide behind like half walls. You make a way through it. Do you turn your flashlights on?
I do to do my thing, and I'm like off in a corner, trying to not let the light escape.
So you kind of glance around. There's no exterior walls that have windows here. You seem to be completely enclosed, and it is very dark. Several times people trip over shoes and fall, knocking other shoes to the floor. You get to the back corner of this chamber, hiding behind a half wall laden with boots and sandals.
Can I look for the back door out of here? Like in the malls, like the door, like the back into like the hallway that only employees get
Sure.
to, that's connected to everything else.
Looking around for a little while, you could probably find it, yeah.
Okay. I just kind of motion to everybody and I point that I think this might be the safest place if we go this way.
While Corin was doing his thing,
Mm-hmm.
in conjunction with the secret talking to Isaac that I was doing, I wanted to look. This is stupid. I wanted to look for a boombox.
Okay. Give me a mental test, difficulty 3.
All right. This is a waste of experience points.
You don't know that. This could be exactly what we need.
17.
It takes a little bit of time as Corin is searching. You kind of search too, and as you all enter the employee break room, there is a boombox.
All right.
I go over to Nell and I say, "Hey, let me get that radio from you. I think I have an idea for it."
I have an idea for it.
What's your idea? And we'll compare. Especially since they're my radios.
Oh, no, you mean this radio? You can have that radio. Sorry, I thought you meant the
What did you
this
think
radio.
I meant? What did...
Nothing. I
Like,
give
does
him the walkie-talkie radio.
Did you mean that
And the link.
boombox?
No.
Yes, you did. That's the only other radio here.
I say no while I'm obviously reaching out to grab it.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with that? It could be a good plan. Your wand thing was a good plan. What are you planning to do? Let us in on your plan.
How are you going?
I'm going to make a
power?
lot of noise while
But-
you and Quinn get to the computer store.
Don't these need power? How are you going to power it?
These
I
might be
look
powered
at-
by. These might be powered by batteries, though.
It might be powered by batteries.
Do you
Does it-
have
does it-
batteries?
Does it have batteries? Right.
Pop the back open. There's batteries in there. Do you want to turn it on and find out?
No, not at this moment. We'll find out later. I'm going to I'm going to glance at Isaac. We're gonna make a ton of noise. I think you and Quinn should go to the computer store.
Who and Quinn?
What?
Corin and Quinn.
Are you going to sacrifice Isaac to the dragon?
No, Isaac's going to help sacrifice me to the dragon.
Well, that's not gonna happen. So no.
Wait, why? Wait, why?
I'm
Why?
Joking.
would-
I'm joking. We're just gonna go make a lot of noise to keep his attention elsewhere.
Isaac, you're gonna go make a lot of
Very
noise.
far elsewhere.
Well, Nell came up with an idea, and
Are you in to this idea?
kind of.
Well, I hand Isaac the radio and I go, "Well, here's one of the radios. Let's turn them back on, but not, you know." Well, I hand him the radio and I go, "Don't turn it on until like the dragon's not there,
Right.
because you know how radios work. I'll do the same
Yeah.
thing." So, which way are you going?
We're going to the theme park.
Because you did really well there last time.
Which ride are you
wait
gonna
and
break
just
this
figure
time?
That's what this is. This is your redemption. This is your redemption arc.
Unfortunately, how do most redemption arcs end when you try to be a hero? Really well, I hear. So, you find the entrance of the back hallways.
So here's the thing. The way this structure should work, from what I've read and everything, like a lot of stores and storefronts, is this kind of connects where all the employees could bring whatever. I don't really know how it works. I was only a child after when the fall happened. But we should be able to get to the third floor in these back ways and possibly find the back entrance to Crayfish Computers. Or if not, find a way out while we're still on the third floor and maybe the dragon can't follow, and that might buy us some time.
Okay.
So what is you? I'm interested to. So the make noise thing is definitely going to attract the dragon, which is good. What's step 2 when the dragon finds you?
That's a good question.
To both of you,
Improvise.
both of you answer.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Well, Isaac should be fine.
What with all his dragon slaying?
Well, the dragon shouldn't be tempted towards him.
I mean, he's with you.
Why wouldn't he be if he's there?
I mean, he's with you, and he's going to stick with you. He's certainly not going to abandon you, even if you told him to.
I mean, Isaac, would you just let her go throw herself into the mouth of the dragon?
The dragon's gonna have to catch up to me first.
I don't think you can outrun a dragon.
I don't think you can outrun Isaac at this point.
John, what were you going to say?
No, just Isaac's just trying to find a way to like sell Corn and Quinn on this cockamamie idea.
I mean, I'm all for the idea if
There's a way out.
If there wasn't one of you that for some reason was trying to commit heroic suicide.
Making noise, good idea.
It's-
How to get out of it? Still need that idea. How do we find that half of the idea?
Well, once we start the noise, we should be able to just slip away pretty easily.
So
Relatively.
plan
It's
is
gonna be a lot
to
of noise.
Is
Well,
there more to your plan?
what
than
else do you
just-
have
than
to-
just
yeah.
this boombox, right?
how are you making
Yes,
more
I
noise?
don't want to spoil it for the viewers.
Viewers. Who's watching us and looks for
I
like
don't know,
Not how-
cameras?
2 of them. I don't know.
Not how this works. Also, sadly, I have to keep the battery with me, so you're not going to be able to use the magic battery because we're going into a computer store without power.
We need that. That's true.
That's. I was going to use. All right. I wanted to power up the roller coaster, and I was talking to Isaac, and he thinks he might be able to use this wand as sort of an improvised power source.
Do you mean that thing that creates walls of lightning that are like as long
Yeah.
as the mall?
And you
Yes.
just gonna like jam it in there, and to create power.
I mean,
Is that
that's certainly a
It's-
distraction.
Well, no, Isaac was going. We were going to use it to power the roller coaster. Should work just fine. Isaac told me he could do it.
Well, I said I could try.
There you go.
what? Okay, just like theoretically, if you try this, it blows up. Then
It's
you
gonna
die.
distract the dragon one way or the other.
Yeah, they got a point. They're the dragons. I'm less and less worried about the dragon coming after you and I, Quinn. I will say that.
guess.
I will say that with 100% comfort. I'm less and less worried about the dragon coming after us. I'm more worried about it going after them.
I'm
Completely.
more worried about them blowing themselves up at this point. But I mean, if that's how are you gonna get to the coaster without it noticing you?
Well, presumably it still thinks we're on the higher floors for the time being. So we just need to sneak our way over to the coaster, and then the party starts. And when you guys hear the party starts, that's when you come out of the back.
Okay, so when do we? So we're gonna try and get the data and stuff,
Yes.
and then we're
keep
just
the
gonna
dragon
head,
busy.
and then we're leaving this mall and heading for the van and getting the hell out, heading for the car and getting the hell out of here, which means You guys need to do that once you start your big distraction thing and kill a few minutes.
Okay.
I'm also saying this to Isaac.
Yes.
Also,
So-
Isaac, if you have to, don't hesitate to knock her out.
She's got a broken arm. You can take her.
Yeah, it's like it'll be super easy. Hit her. As a person who studied the body a little bit, paid a little bit of attention in anatomy, hit her real hard in the broken arm.
Yeah.
She'll pass out. I promise.
Whoa,
I don't care
whoa,
how
whoa,
strong
whoa,
she is.
whoa.
I'm saying this
No
all
need
out
for
loud
that.
in front of
No
Nell.
need for that.
No, well,
If she
then don't
doesn't
try
come
and
with
be
you.
a one-shot hero, okay? Do your thing, get back. There's no reason for any of us to die.
You got it?
Alright.
Got it.
Okay.
So
Do we want to stay together until we find the stairs in the back hallways? Because you said that you thought there might be stairs.
Some way
Maybe.
up, some way
Then
down.
you guys could maybe find
Yeah,
the way
we'll
down,
split
and
up the
we'll
stairs,
find
that
the
makes
way.
sense.
Split at the stairs.
Split the stairs. That's the plan.
okay.
In this, we're in this
Right.
dumb campaign by splitting the party. It sounds great.
I'm making a note.
Sometimes you gotta split the party.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you find your way into the back hallway. It's very dark back here. No light sources at all, so you're having to use your flashlights. But you find a service elevator and a set of stairs right next to it, leading both up and down.
Well, this seems to be the place.
Alright. Catch you on the flip side.
Now remember, go back to the car after. Okay?
Yep, when the party's over, we go to the car. We got you.
Do we believe
Meet at
her?
the car.
Or is is she lying, or is Clarity just bad at saying stuff? Because I don't know if it's an act or not.
Does it matter?
Just for my mental state.
Is Clarity is Nell telling the truth?
No.
Cool. That's cool. Isaac's gonna beat the hell out of her anyway. Then that's fine.
Like, Quinn will make direct eye contact with Isaac and say, "But you make sure."
Well, actually, this is what I'll do: is I'll walk up to Nell, and I'm gonna give her a hug. And it's a real hug. I'm not trying to trying to steal anything or, I don't know, put her to sleep or something. It's just like the only reason I could take her right now is because she has a broken arm. That's the only reason I could take her at all. But I give her a hug, and then I kind of put her out at shoulder length, and I go, I mean, it would be really selfish for you to stay behind or anything, because if you think for a second that Quinn and I and Isaac won't come rushing back into the mall and get ourselves killed the second we don't have you in the SUV, you're dumber than I thought you were. So good luck. Do the thing that'll keep us all safe. And then I start heading up the stairs.
Alright.
All right. Quinn, you're heading up the stairs too?
Yep, I'm going with Corin.
All right. Nell, Isaac, you kind of take a look at each other, take a breath, and head down the stairs. All right.
Do it.
I say to Quinn as we're walking up the stairs, I go, so we're agreed that if we make it to the SUV and they're not there, we come back.
Yeah.
Great. Really hope they meet us there.
Yeah. How long do you think that the time wise? Do you think that this is gonna take?
Honestly, this whole thing is probably not going to take very long, but it's probably going to feel like it's going to take forever.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Worst comes to worst, I don't have to access the computers. I just have to rip out the hard drives. But we'll see.
So as the party splits, as they head different ways to different destinies, I think this is an excellent time for us to take our break. A little bit ahead of schedule, but I have a feeling that when we get back, we're going to want the time to properly do this. So, we will be back in roughly 10 minutes or so. Stick around, and we will see you then. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the doom of the In Out Salvage crew.
Yeah.
I am just kidding. They're gonna do great, and they're all gonna live, and everybody gets a happy ending.
Yeah.
During the break, we converted all of our characters to D&D 5e, just so it can be a different boss fight.
Oh,
I hope
if
nobody
that's
was
the case,
emotionally attached to any of our
After
characters.
5 minutes, we will then convert it to Cortex Prime, just because we want to keep the viewers on their toes.
Well, the thing above my head still says Cipher System, so I think I'm gonna continue using that if that's okay with you.
Okay.
Sponsored by no one.
It's true. We don't have a sponsor. Well, we're sponsored by Scryer Vision, kind of. So.
I'm
Anyway.
sponsoring you.
Are you sponsored
Aw,
by
thank you.
the network you're on?
Yeah, Scryer Vision presents.
I'm hosting you currently on my channel, so it's
Aw,
thank
like
you.
a sponsoring.
Sponsored
Yeah.
by WeGo.
I just really wanted to play a role-playing game on Twitch, so I made it happen for myself by just doling out this big bucks sponsor money. So you put me on your show. Here's all my money.
That's how some people get on to those shows. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. The party has just parted ways. This is gonna go great. So let's start with Nell and Isaac, shall we?
Oh boy.
Using your flashlights or pocket watches for illumination, you make your way down the cement stairs. Every step seems to echo in the darkness. You hear your friends stop walking above you somewhere in the dark. Keep walking down, down. The stairs seem to go on forever. At one point, Isaac, you notice that you're at the first floor. This is the base level of the mall, but the stairs keep going down. Do you continue going down, or do you get off here?
Didn't Corin say something about the power supply for the mall being down
In the basement.
in the basement?
Or on the... I took notes. IT is in the basement.
Do we think we can get the whole thing functioning?
Certainly be helpful.
Where would the power come from?
I point to the wand.
I don't know if this could power the whole mall, could it? Do you think that would be better?
I mean, that would definitely get the not only get the roller coaster up and running, it would get everything up and running.
Is that preferable?
It's definitely more noise for the to distract the dragon. You got fluorescent lights humming. You got the roller coaster running. You probably got various odds and ends. There may be even some kind of noise to come through the speakers if everything's back up and running as usual.
Do you think we could connect to the speakers down there? Like to the whole mall?
Maybe not from down here, but it would have to depend on if there's some kind of way to get into the speaker system from down here. Which there might be.
What's it gonna be?
Oh, that's a tough choice.
Is it? I'm not there. It's fine.
Yeah, I was just like, I can't say anything. Got no opinion.
Let's do it.
Corin's just telling Quinn's like, man, I hope they turn the radio on at some point.
Isaac has it. I don't have it.
You're not there. You don't hear this conversation.
All right, so
Let's do it. Let's turn on the whole mall.
Nell and Isaac, you decide to continue into the basement.
Yeah.
All right. You head further down the stairs, descending deeper into the underbelly of the Mall of America. A labyrinth of storage facilities, corridors, security facilities. You're not entirely sure where where you even are anymore, actually. You have no sense of direction. Do either of you have a compass?
Probably not.
Okay.
No, I have a spyglass.
That's just as good, really, when you think about it. All right, so
Hold on.
you get to...
Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, you get to
Sorry.
the bottom level of the mall. The sub-basement. You open the door from the stairwell into a completely pitch black corridor. There is no light here whatsoever. As you turn on your flashlights towards the walls, you see colorful lines, various different shades and hues. There's no directory down here as far as you can see. Do you go left or right?
Right.
Okay. Walking for a few minutes, you do find a hint of where to go. It's super quiet down here. There's a weird smell, too. You're not entirely sure what that is. Some sort of rot and decay, maybe. But you see a little sign that indicates the blue arrow, the blue line that seems to be running across the walls here, leads to IT and the power station.
All right. We follow that line.
Okay. You
I'm
follow.
leading the front just in case we get jumped.
All right. What are the odds of that? You continue following the blue line, the oppressive darkness surrounding you, bearing down on you. And that smell, this place, it's just causing a sense of paranoia. I need a mental test from both of you. Difficulty is 3.
Alright.
This is a mental defense.
7.
7?
9, exactly.
Just what you needed. So, Isaac, you begin to panic because you thought you saw something move at the edge of your vision. You turn the flashlight towards it. It's not there anymore. Maybe it's behind you. You start to flip back and forth, illuminating different things that are causing shadows to lurch and loom around you. Nell, you could have swore you saw something move too, but you more patiently flip your light back towards that, and it was a mirror. It was bouncing off a mirror. And you're able to turn around and see Isaac beginning to back away, back towards the direction that you've come from.
Isaac. It's okay, it's just a mirror. You point at it.
So it is.
Keep it together, Isaac. I need you down here. Only you can do this.
Right.
A few moments
This
later.
is your hero moment.
A few minutes later, Nell and Isaac arrive at a heavy metal door with a pin lock with the label IT.
Ooh. This would be the place.
Alright, let's do this.
Actually, just where the It Clown lives.
No.
Which
Great.
honestly
Pennywise.
wouldn't be super surprising.
Hello, Isaac.
This is pretty good, actually.
That was
That
really
was
good, yeah.
really good, yeah.
Oh, did you know that everything floats down here?
Oh, you're in the aquarium. Okay.
Oh.
It's a loud cat, my goodness.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Kyle's
mine
hungry.
is fighting
down
with my
for feeding
hand.
time.
It's
okay.
worried. It's worried about us.
I mean, it should be. So now, Isaac, you're at the store. It is locked. There is a push-button combination. Oh, kitty.
You are being a butt and biting my.
So how do you get in?
Have to do a dance.
There's a
Now you
push
have to
button. How tough does this door look?
It's pretty heavy looking. It's metal. It has one narrow slotted window, but even shining the light on it, you can see the lattice work of metal crisscrossing inside the glass. This is a
That's gonna be
secure
real
room.
tough.
John, thank you for sharing your cat with us.
He's being a pain. She's not usually this antsy. I don't know what got into her tonight.
I didn't like that you split the party.
Don't you know you never split the party?
The cat's like,
that
no!
Maybe they wrote down the combination on the wall or something?
You know, like in video games.
You've come to an impasse. What are you going to do?
So is there? There's no possible way to get this thing open.
Well,
Hmm?
it's a pin. It's a push-button thing.
So,
What would the
Isaac
pin be?
Isaac pulls out the battery and sees if the whole pin code system.
Didn't Corin have a battery?
No, he gave it back.
No, I didn't.
No, we have the battery.
Oh God,
Specifically needed for the
Yep.
mission that we're doing.
Yeah.
that crap.
Yeah.
What is?
Call Corin, maybe he knows the pin.
Specifically, I didn't give you the battery because you guys kept bragging about how the wand was gonna power shit.
Mhm.
To be fair,
Piece-
it's going to
mechanical
be awesome if
electrical
it
equipment
does.
to make it function
would've-
above its rated spec.
Point of fact, I would have turned the radio on, but I would have turned the volume almost all the way down to where only it being on me, only I could hear it if something happens on the radio.
You just have it like on your ear.
So it's the pin code thing. Does
Kind
it
of just like
look
walking
it's-
with it like on my shoulder, just holding it there.
Does the pin
listening for
code
the
thing look
slightest
like
little
it's
thing.
working, or does it need an external power source?
It doesn't look like it actually runs on power. It looks mechanical.
Ah,
It's like it runs on faith.
so I have my mom's lucky bracelet.
Okay.
Can I channel that luck to randomly guess the password?
Ooh.
Is an actual lucky bracelet like game mechanic lucky?
For 2 XP, yes, you can. Oh, okay.
2
We're
XP.
doing this. 2 XP. So, Nell, you're realizing that it's 9 buttons. It could be literally hundreds of thousands of combinations, which you're not entirely sure how you were able to do that math so quickly because you weren't very good at math in school. But you kind of fidget with the bracelet on your wrist. You take a breath. You say, Mom, I could really use some help. And then you close your eyes and push 4 random buttons. You will never be able to tell what the combination was, but as you hit that 4th button, the door clicks and swings forward.
Well then.
After you.
As you enter this room, the smell is not present here. It smells clean, sterile, and a little dusty, as if nobody's been in this room for a very long time. The central power station is off one direction. The Information Technology Center is off to the other direction. Which one are you going to?
What were the names? Sorry?
Central Power Station, Information Technology. Those are your 2 options.
Well, first,
Okay, well, we need
if
to
we're gonna
get
get,
power
if we're gonna,
first.
yeah, if we're gonna get into information technology, then we need to turn everything on.
Yeah.
All right.
Give Isaac the wand.
Isaac, the 11-inch long metal wand feels very light in your hands. As you head into the central power station, there is a large central generator and lots of electrical lines that lead off of it into the walls, presumably snaking their way to various places throughout the mall. There's a number of workstations, consoles. What's the plan here?
Plan is to see if we can find any. So it's just the consoles. There doesn't seem to be any sort of connection to like generator or like cables that would designate that this is where the power incoming is.
You get a sense that there's a small room off to one side that might be the incoming power grid. Another small or slightly larger chamber that seems to be a generator of some sort. But that one looks burned out. Probably non-functional. Also not large enough to power the mall entirely. What's the plan, gang?
Come on, tech genius.
So the whole machinery is burnt out.
For the generator, the incoming power line still seems intact.
Could we just cram the wand in there? You do your thing and bam presto?
Yeah, is there a way to? Is it connected? Is it connected solidly, or are you able to unplug anything?
Give me a mental test. Difficulty is going to be 4.
Oh boy. Oh, science machinery.
Boom, down to a 3.
There we go. Okay. 11.
11 is enough. You think that if you strip part of the central line and connect the wand to it on either end to power the circuit, you think you might be able to charge enough power into the mall for at least a short burst. You're not sure for how long, but it might work. And it's exactly the sort of thing you like to do, combining magic and technology.
Now, is there something you have to do in order to get the lightning to come out?
Normally I just started to do it. I mean, I
All
decide that I want it to happen, and then it happens. I mean, I have to point to where the lightning goes, but I don't know if that applies to what you're
Isaac
doing.
has the wand back over to Nell, then pulls out his knife and starts stripping away at one end of the circuit, just enough to get past the exterior coating for the conduit.
Okay.
All right.
What do you need me to do?
Stand back. Is there a way that Isaac could possibly modify the wand to just work on its own?
Generally, you have to be touching the cipher in some way to use it. Not always. In this case, you're kind of looking around. There are some heavy rubber gloves nearby. You think that you could probably use those to give yourself just a split second to cast it and stop touching it before it electrocuted you.
I meant like continuously run without me touching
No, you don't have to continuously be touching it. It should just blast and run.
All right. Isaac dons the rubber gloves.
There's also some like brass goggles.
Yep. He's going to keep these for later.
Yeah.
And then places the wand so that it... Now, does the wand have to be connected to the conduit, to the circuitry in order
You
to
think
keep
you're going to
running?
have to like wrap some of the circuitry around it on both ends, kind of
Yeah,
creating a conduit out of the wand.
He uses some of the wire he stripped away. He uses his knife to to get some of the wires within to wrap around the wand.
All right.
And then when it's in place, everything's in place. He has his hand on the wand, and
This is a really cool mental image.
and
Somebody
he
needs
just,
to draw this.
and he just
Fan art.
tries to will the lightning to come forth.
Okay. So you've got everything set up. Got your hand around the wand. Take a deep breath. And you do what Nell said and just kind of force the lightning to blast forth from this. And there's a split second where you can hear the crackling start to build, but the copper wire wrapped around either side of it, instead of the blast of electricity forming this giant wall that would surely in this small chamber melt both of you, instead gets absorbed into the circuit, and you hear it arcing as you drop it, and it magnetizes right to the conduit. There are little sparks of electricity sparking off it as an overhead light flickers once, twice, and finally illuminates the chamber, almost getting a little too bright. You hear other things starting to come to life around you as slowly the mall comes to life for the first time in 10 years.
It's alive!
GM intrusion.
Oh,
John?
yes.
Do you accept this GM intrusion?
I do. The XP is going to go to Nell or whoever Nell is in relation. But
Right above you.
yeah, Nell's getting the XP for the magnificent idea.
All right. As you are kind of backing up, you look at each other and smile. It worked. Wow. Kind of weren't expecting it to, but it worked. And then this chamber becomes much more dangerous to stand in as a bolt of electricity launches off the exposed conduit, slapping into a nearby panel. Isaac, you have a moment before another one peels off and slams into your chest.
Oh.
Fortunately, you are grounded, so it's going to hurt. It's not going to kill you instantly as the maul is powering up, and this is a lot of energy. This is way more than it takes to power a time machine built into a DeLorean.
Yep.
So, Isaac takes 5 points of might damage, 2 points of speed damage, and 1 point of mental damage as he is blasted to the floor.
Oofda.
Isaac! We're gonna rush him out of here.
Is Isaac's hair...
Yes.
Yep.
As you get out, you get pulled out of the room quickly by Nell. You slam the door, and you can still see the electricity arcing, but it doesn't seem to be able to get past the door. This chamber is now lit up too. The dynamo? Thank you. Is starting to turn and power this chamber, the chamber next to it, the whole mall pretty soon. But Isaac, your hair is not only sticking straight up, but it's kind of smoking a little bit.
Yep.
Nice. I hold up the boombox. Time to get some tunes going.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, we will go ahead and flash over to Corn and Quinn. You've been sitting in the darkness of the third floor stairwell for quite some time. There's a sliver of light coming underneath the door into the mall proper. And if you're correct on where you think you are, you should be coming out right by the food court.
So we know where to go.
You think? You know it's in that food court somewhere, but you don't know where.
And we can't find it through these back hallways. It's not connected to the back
Doesn't
hallways
seem
in
to
any
be.
way.
You have not heard the dragon, though.
Do we dare just take a peek
Sure.
to see if we see anything? Just crack the door a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like one of you to roll a d20.
Do you want to roll it? My cat is currently occupying my
Sure.
arms.
Sure.
See?
How about a 14?
Okay, 14.
Third 14 I've rolled tonight.
You crack the door ever so slightly. It's much brighter in the hallway than it is in this dark stairwell. Don't see a dragon anywhere.
I guess just be really quiet. Okay.
As you pull the door open the rest of the way, you slip out into this corridor that leads across the ambulatory and into a food court. Tables are stacked in odd configurations here, chairs everywhere, and you realize that you're coming out right next to the miniature golf course that you descended down to the Ferris wheel from. And as you realize this, lights around you begin to flicker and brighten as the entire mall comes to life. Music begins to play, slowly building up to a normal tempo as the Mall of America, for the first time in 10 years, is once again alive.
I grab the walkie-talkie and I just kind of like into it and I go, "Is that you? Is that you guys?"
Isaac, you hear static crackling over the walkie-talkie, but no words.
Isaac tries to talk into it.
Same back
Corin?
to you, Corin. The static returns, but no other effect since, they are 2 floors underground.
Let's go.
Well,
This is far more of a distraction than I thought.
I hope that's them and not something else.
Yeah,
But yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Let's take advantage.
We are very exposed now.
You hear the dragon roar somewhere in the mall, but not near you.
Oh, good. He's preoccupied. Let's go now. Go now.
And something else, this loud, wrenching crash from the theme park area as some of the rides that got tangled up with the Ferris wheel try to turn back on.
While they're making a lot of noise, we start booking it, because that's a ton of noise to cover up us running. I'm taking advantage of that.
Absolutely. As you hurry as fast as you can into the food court, there's a number of restaurants, and then you see a sign. Mall offices, restrooms, crayfish computers down this hallway.
Do it. Go. I slide.
I do not
Rip.
slide. I'm running.
You hurry down this corridor, and at the end of it, there is a metal set of doors, and then another push door next to that says mall offices. The metal doors are definitely an elevator, and the light to summon the elevator is on.
Is the crayfish computers not on this floor?
Looking at a quick directory next to the elevator, it seems Crayfish Computers has the top 3 floors of this high-rise.
Well, the
Let's go to
power's
the-
on currently. Do
Well,
we?
Well, if it has the top 3 floors, so it has the floor we're on, the floor above us, and the floor below us.
No.
Correct? No?
It has
No.
its own building,
This
isn't it?
is a separate building
Oh, that's right, it has
built
its
on
own-
the end of the mall.
Well, let's take advantage of this really quick, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's get in the elevator. It's certainly not going to make as much noise as roller coasters and rides crashing into each other.
Yeah, well, I hope not. I don't know what an elevator sounds
Well, if it
like.
does, we're dead, so we won't have to worry about it. That's the only
That's
way it makes
true.
that much noise is we die.
Yeah, get on.
I mean, are there stairs, and how many floors does it look like there is?
You do not see a set of stairs.
Okay, then we don't have a choice.
Push the button.
Push, yep, got it. Push.
Okay. There's a long pause before you hear a ding and the doors slide open to reveal what is an elevator, in fact, but there's also the scattered remains of a skeleton.
Oh, that's
Just-
unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That means people got this far. I was hoping.
Is it just skeletal parts or is there anything with it? Like,
That's it.
okay.
What do you
Alright.
think? What do you think? Top floor?
Sure.
Go all the way. Top floor.
There are no buttons in the elevator. There's a card reader.
All right.
does-
Well, I swipe my card.
You
Does
swipe your
this-
card.
Yep.
Body have card like
Yeah,
a
does the
clothes
body
like
have
is
a
there
card on it?
is there yeah.
No, but Corn has a card. Corn
That's
was given
right.
a pass card by the librarian.
Yep. So I swipe the card.
Swiping the card, the doors slide
I was wondering
shut.
when this was going to come into play. I was like, where is it? There we go.
The doors slide shut, and the elevator begins to rise up and up. The crackling sound of music begins to fill the air. Da 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 da. Hello. Da 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 da.
Well, at least it's a different building.
I
So
guess.
I don't feel great about where our friends are right now.
The elevator lurches to a stop. The lights kind of flicker for a second. You think you might get stuck in here, but then the doors open. You walk out onto a small lobby area. There is nothing adorning the walls except for two words. Project Alexandria.
Well, that's a
I look
good
at
sign.
Yep, I was like, that's what we need.
There's another door with a card reader.
Swipe it.
As this door opens, you enter a chamber that you've never seen this sort of room before in your entire life. For your reference, it's essentially a server room. There are dozens of computer towers with bladed server platforms loaded on top of each other. And they're all on. And you get the feeling these have been on even before they switched the power back on. Something's been providing this particular room with power. There's no way all of these turned on and have been active for just a minute.
Is there a console anywhere that I can access?
Quickly search the chamber for a console, and yes, there's a large circular array of monitors and interfaces around a central rounded tower. Several blue lines of some sort of liquid seem to feed into this centralized processor, and as you approach, you see the words flash on all the monitors. Hello.
Is it like when it flashed earlier on a computer?
A little bit.
I say out loud, hello?
Hello.
How are you doing this?
I don't know.
Is it talking to us?
What is Project Alexandria?
There's a long pause before it says, I believe that is what the scientists called me.
Are you Alexandria?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
I think my
I'm
home.
Quinn. Nice to meet you.
I'm Corin.
User Quinn accepted. User Corin accepted.
Great.
Do you know who Wilma Rogers is?
There is a lot of sudden worrying as several of the server banks start to come to life, and a full biography of Wilma Rogers begins to appear on several of the monitors. Social media history, accolades, job, police record. I know everybody. I don't know you.
I give my dad's name.
So you don't know everybody.
Does the same thing happen with my dad's name?
It does. Your father's service record, just as much information as possible.
I'm his son.
Connection established.
I give Quinn's mother's name.
Same thing happens.
Well, she didn't. She changed her name with the fall.
Ah, nothing happens.
Is that your mom's actual name?
I don't know what her name. She got rid of the last. We got rid of the last name at the fall because the whole thing. It's just the whole thing. Like I don't know what.
That's fine. They know
That's
who mine is.
User
Can I read a little
Corin.
bit of... Yes.
User Quinn. Are you here to rescue me?
Yes.
Would you like to be rescued?
Yes.
From the dragon?
Query.
Do you,
What is dragon?
big lizard wings. Terrifying.
The
Do you have
Dreamwalker.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Well,
That's what that mist
yes.
was.
Yes. The mist allows the creature to eat the nightmares of its victims.
How do you kill it?
That explains a lot.
Unknown.
What do you know about it?
A bit of information begins to come across the screen as you learn a little bit about what happened here at the mall after the fall. The scientists left. But the solar panels and wind power that they established as backup generators for this chamber worked. It kept the power going. They all thought that, everything would go back to normal and they'd come back to work, and nobody knows what happened to any of them. The chamber hasn't been disturbed by anyone since then. Nobody's come up the elevator. Nobody found the fire stairs. But the network, the wider network around the mall, has still been intact. And Alexandria has been watching as a society formed in these ruins. A society which seemed to worship Charlie Brown and Snoopy. This somehow drew the dragon. Or as the program calls it, the Nightmare Eater. And about 2 months ago, the dragon descended and made its lair in the central part of the theme park, exuding the mist that drove this cult of Snoopy away. Many were not lucky.
So
and
they're not here. Okay,
in fact, the program does not know where the cult is at this point. The Knights of Snelling, or it just calls them Knights, attempted to come in and slay the beast, but also fell victim to it. And somehow the beast knew Alexandria was here. Alexandria's been keeping the beast slumbering for the last few weeks by telling it stories. But it knows that it is awake and angry.
Well, yeah.
It's been our
It's
fault. So we're
angry at us
sorry.
because we came here to save you.
Yeah.
You're apparently very important, which is why I'm going to ask one more time. What is Project Alexandria?
A large data file begins to quickly scroll past all the screens.
What? Give me a short synopsis of what Project Alexandria is.
Well, the goal. What was the goal?
Goal. Classified.
Well, like, we're here to save you, so like,
Even-
we're cool, right?
Even to me?
Query. Why would User Core in Wisevale have higher clearance?
Because I was sent here by Wilma Rogers and my father.
There's a long pause.
And strategically and statistically speaking, the more information I have, the better I will be equipped to save you, which is the end game.
There's an even longer pause. It's a little uncomfortable as you hear several explosions from somewhere else that seem to rock the building.
It's fine.
Hypothesis accepted. Project Alexandria was an attempt to create artificial intelligence. Project status successful. Hello.
You seem very intelligent.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you aware of what's happened to the people who created you? Are you aware of Newcastle and its current status?
Several entries for Newcastles around the world appear on the monitors.
Newcastle, Minnesota.
No such town exists.
Well, it does now, in the current state of the world.
That's what I was.
I have access to all knowledge pertaining to the 20th, 19th, 17th, 16th, and 15th century stored within my databanks. Up to the event that has become known as the Fall.
I tell the computer what the current year is. What the current date is, actually.
One moment. The date corrects on all the monitors. Thank you. We were having a bit of a problem keeping track.
Understandable. I have 2 requests from you that will help me to help you. First request, can you somehow condense your data into these drives that's enough for just myself and Quinn to carry? There's not a lot of us, and I know you probably have a lot of data.
How can we get you from here to out of here safely?
Hypothesis. I would require a power supply to power my mobile platform.
Pull out the battery.
We've got this.
That is a battery.
It's
I hold it closer.
magical. Very strong battery. Yeah, extra strong.
Query. What is magical?
Science that has not been able to be explained yet.
Did you see with the fall? There's these things that happens that we can just like kind of do stuff, and she's just gonna like make something float in her hand with hedge magic, just like float a rock she has from her slingshot. Like I can make stuff float. That's magic.
Answers accepted. Magic defined.
Okay.
We're going to have other people broaden that definition later.
No, my definition's great. I'm really good with words. I'm really good with words.
We're going to have some people talk. It's fine for now. It's fine.
All right.
It's fine.
Please, insert battery into mobile platform.
Okay. As I'm doing that, I tell him, I go, request number 2. I need you to tell me if there's anything at all you can do to help us save our friends from that dream, from that nightmare eater. Because we need them to rescue you. So your survival is also crucial, is also hanging in the balance with that request.
You actually hear the computer go, as it's thinking.
They have powered on. It looks like they've restored power to the Mall of America.
Yes, that was unexpected.
Indeed it was.
Hypothesis. Do you have weapons?
Yes. To an extent, not like super strong weapons.
I have firearms.
Also magic. I have
And
more magic that does stuff.
We have weapons.
Hypothesis resolved. We run.
All right, I put the battery in the thing. The computer's telling us that we can't fight that dragon. Then we're gonna...
Can you cause a distraction as well for the dragon? You said you could tell it stories. Can you maybe? We're on the northeast side of the building.
Correction,
where we parked.
You are on the north. Oh, yes.
Where we parked. So if you could lead it away from that, that would be most ideal. Like the southwest.
And if you could lead it away from our friends who should be in whatever counts as like a power station for the Mall of America. They just turn the power on. So if you could distract the dragon away from that.
You see the power station appear on the monitors, but Isaac and Nell aren't there.
Okay, well, they were in that area. I don't know where they went. But anyway, I put the
You
battery
see
in
the monitor
slot.
Appear with the dragon, which is currently rampaging around, destroying lights.
Oh, we gotta hurry. All right.
You don't like lights, apparently.
Let's hurry.
Mobile platform is located on the north side of this chamber.
Okay, I go.
There is a large metal cylinder over there.
I go over there.
There is a lever that you're going to have to pull down. It's
Okay.
going to require a strength test.
Okay. Quinn, would you like to
Difficulty 5.
Yeah, can I help him?
Sure. Difficulty down to 4. As Quinn hangs on the thing.
help? Well,
Good enough.
yep.
Exactly good enough. As you strain and the two of you finally manage to pull the lever down, there's a popping sound and a hiss as the metal tube slides upward, revealing a robotic body.
So you've got a mech suit.
Mobile platform.
You're a
Cool.
okay. I mean, because we've seen
I like it.
it's been established that we've seen movies, so
Robots exist.
Avengers is actually one of the only movies the town has.
oh no.
It doesn't
Ultron-
look
oh,
like
no.
Iron Man, but it's Iron Man, right? I mean, it's gotta be.
Somebody watched Age of Ultron. Somebody's just like, oh no.
Didn't have that one. You just had the
Good.
first Avengers.
Probably good at this moment. All right. That's why I go. All right, Iron Man. Let's go.
Name accepted. Destination Iron Man.
Oh, that was all right. That's
Alexandria, to be honest.
yeah. Can we call it Can we change that to Alexandria?
Designation accepted. Alexandria. Mobile platform.
Okay.
1.
Okay.
You're very
Alexandria.
agreeable. All right, let's go. Is that all we need for this? You have everything now. You have all the data in you.
User Corin Wisevale, it will take roughly 10 minutes to download entire dataset into mobile platform.
Okay.
Protect platform during this time.
Oh.
Protect from what?
Don't ask that question.
Why?
But okay,
Shouldn't I know what I'm protecting against?
All right, here we. Okay, yeah, we'll protect you.
You find what is probably the battery slot. It is going to take a jerry-rig test to try to get the battery to power it and connect correctly.
Cool.
We're going to set the difficulty for this mental test at 5.
All right. Well. I have skills in machines.
Okay. That'll
That-
drop it to a 4.
Okay, and then how about I'll go ahead and use machine interface. It cost me 2. It
That'll
drops
do
drops it by 1 step.
All right. We're down to a 3.
All right.
9 or better on the die.
Again.
Just make it again. All right. The lights on all the monitors and go out completely as a monitor on the face of the robot begins to show a loading bar. Meanwhile, Nell and Isaac, you are down in the basement power center still, as Isaac has just gotten the stuffing shocked out of him. What's next?
Well, do you want to check out IT, or just go for a ride?
What do you mean by go for a ride?
The isn't that your plan? The roller coaster?
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily helpful at the moment.
You've pitched an idea that Nell was like, "What?" That's crazy.
The plan wasn't that the?
Well, we did a better plan, Isaac.
Okay.
We did.
Okay.
What if yours was plan B?
I mean, if you want to go ride the roller coaster, I'm all for it.
No. I didn't know if you still wanted to do your plan. It was,
You know, it was a fun plan, but I don't think it's going to cause as much a distraction now with everything turned on.
Cool.
But
let's
what can we
check
do
out
in
IT.
IT?
We should go to check out IT, see if there's anything good in there, and then we should just go for the car thing. Car sounds nice.
All right. So you head through the door to IT. It's a number of desks with computers at them, all of which appear to be off. There are several server banks and a lot of cables and conduits leading up into the ceiling.
Is there like a light we turn on to see if...
Actually, the light was already on.
Okay, so is there a way to turn everything in here on, or...
Power up the computers.
I would like to attempt to use a computer.
Okay. It has a password.
I type in the username of the computer.
It works. You have limited access to the computer.
You logged onto the guest account.
Yep.
Alright. This is probably the first time that Nellie has ever actually touched a computer. since she spent most of her childhood just on a boat. So she's just gonna mess around with it.
Okay. So you find solitaire.
Isaac, check this out! I found a card game!
It's a great use of time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the computer's...
It's not Minesweeper, though. That's where it's at.
Huh.
What's Isaac want to be looking for?
Isaac sees if there's anything... Now, is this just the one computer that's on, or can Isaac turn one on as well?
Yeah, Isaac can turn another on.
Isaac will try to do the same and see if he can get access to any information.
General information on a guest account. It's not letting you access the good stuff.
Isaac takes a look to see if if somebody left like a little sheet of
A post-it.
Little post-it to be like, your username, password, like the new IT guy just wrote it down so they wouldn't
Give
forget.
me if you want this to happen and that to be a thing, it's going to be 2 XP for a short benefit.
All right.
Got XP.
Yeah, I got it. There we go.
And thank you. Yes, you find a small post-it note that has several usernames and passwords on it.
There we go.
Take your pick.
Just pick one. Just pick one, and
You log
Stevie
in.
Jeffrey at...
You have access to the entirety of the mall's information technology infrastructure.
alrighty. Let's see if there's anything valuable within this. Something like maybe information about before the fall, leading up to the fall.
There is a good amount of security footage of the day of the fall.
Ooh.
Otherwise, this isn't like a monitoring station, so you're not going to find much in the way of news reports or anything, but that's about as good as you're going to have.
All right. Isaac then sees. So there's no monitor. Is there a way for Isaac to see where the dragon is?
You start to flip through the various security cameras that are now once again live, and it takes a minute, but you do find it. It is currently on the west central end of the second floor, trying to destroy a store that is playing some sort of music.
Well, the dragon's preoccupied. I think we're good to go. Nothing. Not a whole lot here that probably Corin won't find if he's got at that Alexandria thing turned out all right.
Nell,
Alright.
you just won solitaire.
Nice.
Yes! Nice.
First time out of the gate.
It's that lucky bracelet.
Oh, yeah. Okay, can we take this with us?
Probably not the whole computer. I could probably teach you if we got a if we find a deck of cards.
Oh, I have cards.
I know how to play solitaire,
I have a deck of
I have a
playing
deck of
cards. Yeah.
I mean,
but I don't have a deck of cards on a computer.
do you think you could carry the computer the whole way? Because we're talking both the monitor and the tower with it, plus all the cords and cables.
Just find her
You mean
a
this? You mean this
portable-
isn't just the computer here? And I point at the monitor.
No, the computer is here. The actual computer is that, and I point at the tower, and then the monitor takes the information from the computer and displays it on a screen. And
Nell,
then
you start to
got
get a headache.
Maybe we'll just stick to.
Yeah, we can
Fine.
probably find computers for salvaging.
All right. I call shotgun. I run out.
Isaac,
No, shotgun goes to the Navic.
Shotgun goes to. You can't call it until you can see the car.
did
That's the
Isaac
rule.
take the video footage from the day of the fall?
Was he able to?
If he wants to.
Sure. Yeah.
There's a portable hard drive right there.
Yeah. He grabs all that information. He grabs the footage from the fall and collects it on the hard drive. Ejects and puts it in with the stuff.
Okay. And then you hurry after Nell. Quinn, Corin, it has taken a while. The loading bar is almost complete. You two have stayed alert, ready, gun and slingshot, ready to take on anything that comes through the doors. But nothing does. You hear a ding from the mobile platform. And a face of sorts. A round yellow symbol with two black blinking eyes and a smile appears on the screen. And it begins to talk. Alexandria Mobile Platform 1. Please identify primary user.
Warren Wisevale.
Yeah, that guy.
Primary user, Corin Wisevale. Yeah, that guy. Accepted.
Can we change that?
Please enter user designation.
Warren Wisevale.
Primary user, shortened to 2, Corin Wisevale. Hello, Corin.
I mean, I
Hello,
prefer
user
the
Quinn.
other. Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
There's a moment as the platform actually stands up to its full height of about 7 feet and then pulls free from cooling cables and data cables that were leading into it and begins to move on its own. A little awkwardly, but
Are you gonna be able to fit through the door?
yes,
Okay.
I know how to crouch.
Oh.
Asked and answered. Very good.
As if
Good.
on cue, the platform crouches down and begins to waddle like a penguin.
How strong are you and how durable are you?
Stress tests were never conducted on the mobile platform. Mobile platform
you-
was only tested for data integrity and storage capacity.
What is your frame made out of?
Frame is made out of mixtures of alloy materials, classified, and plastics.
All right. Well, let's not.
Can you lift me?
Okay. This is how we.
The thing stands back up and like bends down and carefully just and lifts you up and knocks your head into the ceiling.
No, not that high. Oh, lower.
Apologies, user Quinn, as you were set back down.
Did your frame detect any strain during that?
No strain detected. Chassis remains intact. Battery
Well, you
power remains at capacity.
It's a magic battery, remember?
Deleting battery monitoring.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
All right, let's go. There's nothing else we need in here, correct? For Project Alexandria?
I
Yeah,
am Project Alexandria.
I mean,
Exactly.
like, do you have like a favorite thing in this room of yours? Is there anything in here you're gonna miss?
There's a
Or is it-
moment as it looks at Quinn, and then the mouth just goes completely flat for a moment, and a little teardrop symbol appears, and it goes over to one of the nearby desks and picks up a little bobblehead.
Aw.
Do you want me to put that in my bag? I can keep it safe for you.
It holds it out
Yes.
to you.
Here, I'll take it and put it in my bag with my snacks. It'll be safe with all my snacks.
Please do not eat Dr.
didn't-
Bob's bobblehead.
I can tell the difference between a bobblehead and a snack.
User Quinn is very smart.
Thank you. Thank you.
I give
Finally,
Quinn
someone realizes
I give
around
Quinn a-
here.
I give Quinn a thumbs up. I've called you smart before.
I'm just joking. Let's go. We should probably get going.
Someone around here. There's 3 of us.
Suggestion. We should take the fire escape.
There's a fire escape?
Yes.
Well, can you...
Will that enable us
can you
to still
show
get?
that?
Well, let's get to the car. Okay, yeah, fire escape.
Fire
we're
escape
getting
lets
to
out
the-
on the north
to the
end
car.
of the mall's property. Outside.
Let's
We
do
want
it.
to get to the car is outside.
Yep. So we want to get the car and see if our friends are there. So let's
Yeah.
go. Fire escape.
All right, as the 3 of you head down the fire escape, which Alexandria leads you to, Isaac, Nell, you come back up to the first level of the mall. In the center of the east side, you need to travel to the northeast corner of the mall. And as you are coming out, you hear some explosions. Kind of look around.
Did you hit the self-destruct before you left, Isaac?
I don't remember. I don't know much about the Mall of America, but I don't think it had any capabilities for self-destruction.
Does it have a self-destruct? People who have worked at the mall, get in the comments.
We are not allowed to say. Um,
A bunch of comments just start typing classified.
There's just a big silo beneath the entire
This is
mall.
the Mall of America, not the Denver airport.
Yeah, it's fair.
As you get to the first floor, you do hear those explosions, and a few moments later, as you're sort of exchanging a look, you hear hoofbeats and turn and get out of the way just in time as 3 knights in full armor charge northward in the direction that you're about to be heading.
Oh,
They don't seem to notice you.
What?
they seem a touch preoccupied.
Yeah, let's let them worry about whatever's going on.
There is an exit to the
Well, we're
mall
going that way anyway.
to the east,
Yeah.
or you can go north and try to get back through the department store.
Well, we
I
parked
think
on the
that'll
north.
be the quickest way.
Yeah, parked on the north side, so we head north.
Yeah, let's go the quickest
Well, you
way.
parked the
Let's go around.
northeast corner of the mall. So you could go out the east doors and outside up to the north, or you could go inside up to the north and try to go through the department store. Your choice.
Well, the explosion came from the north end or the
You
south
have
end?
no idea.
Oh, good. Maybe we don't let the knights know we're here. Let's head up east side and just make our way north.
All right. So you head out the doors to the east. The crash bars let you out without any problem, but they do lock behind you as you come out into the late afternoon sunshine, the mist completely gone. You hear roars echoing above and behind you as if maybe something's breached the roof of the building. You can also see where you came in. So you hurry towards the car and are the first 2 to reach it. You do not see Quinn or Corn anywhere.
You said the there was a sound of the ceiling crashing open?
Possibly.
The
You hear
mall?
the roar of the dragon from outside.
We parked inside the garage area, correct?
You did. You kind of hid the car a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like open to the sky. Okay.
However, who
Dragon.
has the keys?
I do.
Fine. Yeah, so
Always.
we're just
The
waiting.
SUV is locked.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't sorry.
Quinn and Corin, you reach the bottom of the fire escape, and as you're opening the door, you see a group of about 16 people carrying staffs with green lanterns on them, and a couple of mounted knights heading past you. They don't seem to have noticed you exiting.
Good.
Yeah,
They
we'll
seem
just let
very
them pass.
preoccupied.
Let them pass. Current green lanterns.
Mhm.
Do they seem like they're in a hurry?
They do. And they're all armed, too. Swords.
They all are knights.
No.
Does the
Just
green
two knights.
lanterns? Does the green lanterns? It's so hard to say that. And not think of other things. Are the green lanterns significant? Do we know anything about that?
Nope.
Or heard anything about that?
Although you did see a green light out in the fog earlier.
If that's one of the Snoopy people.
Well, they're knights, aren't they? Like, are they clearly the?
Just two
These,
of them.
these are not.
knights.
Only
Two
two
are
of them.
knights, 13 are not knights.
Are they knights of Snelling?
The metal armor is a dead giveaway.
Okay. Why are the knights of Snelling here?
Just, I
They
don't
told us not. I mean, they didn't forbid us from coming here, but they said it's dangerous.
I mean, they probably keep an eye on the area to make sure the dragon doesn't leave.
Answer. Knights of Snelling claim dominion over this area. They were the protectors of the cult. They established a base here in the mall and were driven out with the cult. Hypothesis, they are trying to reclaim the mall.
The
Odd that
Snoopy
they're-
people are back.
Odd that they're trying today of all days to reclaim it.
Well, I mean,
Hypothesis. User Quinn,
is-
please continue.
I was like, is there power showing on the side of is the building like lit up?
As you kind of
Is
look
there
around,
signs.
the streetlights, as far as you can see, are on.
I'm sure they saw power.
All
In
right.
fact, some of the electronic billboards are on. It looks like a pretty large chunk of this area is now electrified again. For how long, it's hard to say.
Man, Isaac and Nell really did something.
They sure did.
Let's get
Let's-
out of here.
Yes. 100%.
All right. You hurry along the wall and very quickly, well, not very quickly because the mobile platform does not move very quickly.
Oh, I hate
Kind of at a
escort
walking
missions.
pace. Walking pace. But you get back to the SUV and you see Nell and Isaac there. Isaac's hair still straight up.
Sup, nerds?
Alexandria, this is Nell and Isaac.
Hello, user Nell. Hello, user Isaac.
This is Alexandria, and she's really cool. I mean, I'm assuming you're a she. Are you a she? Do you have a gender? I'm so sorry for assuming.
Designation
Yeah, we don't wanna-
Alexandria Mobile Platform is a collection of over 9,999 different programs
Would you
working in
pref-
concert.
So
Would you prefer
no.
they, them? Would you prefer
non-binary? We'll go with non-binary.
User
Yeah.
Quinn, we are a binary being.
Oh, so
Yeah, I could have told you
all
this.
the
multiple
binaries.
entities would
what's
would-
the opposite?
would designate,
every
Corin
binary?
is, Corin is
Anyway.
unlocking the
Yeah,
SUV
nice
as
to-
this conversation is
Alexandria.
happening. He opens the back and he looks to Alexandria and he says, "Please get in. Everybody get in, please. Everybody get in."
Alexandria very clumsily enters the back of the SUV. It's kind of cramped, but kind of folds up a little bit.
Yeah, can you kind of collapse into a smaller size at all? Like, do you
Compact mode
you
activated.
get like Transformer?
More,
Yes.
morph balls, just Samus from Metroid, morph balls.
It resembles
what's-
a
yeah.
white metal block with sort of an orb on one end. That
Can you
the
communicate with us?
face is
Can you
on.
communicate with us in that form?
Primary user Corin. Affirmative.
Okay. Everybody get in the car. Everybody get in the car.
Okay.
I'm in the car. I'm starting the car.
You got a robot?
Would you just get in the car?
This is the
We have a long
Project
drive that we can talk
Alexandria.
about
Get in the
this.
car. I get in the
Just
car.
get in the car.
Designation Alexandria Mobile Platform is a robot of sorts. However, user Nell.
Awesome.
Platform Alexandria
Healing.
Mobile Platform is
Peeling out and
Also-
driving.
an artificial intelligent being.
So you're like a living robot.
Affirmative. User Nell.
Cool.
Yeah, you could try telling it your parents' names and it could know everything.
We could
about
do this
them.
on the
Yeah,
road. Let's.
well, I'm
let
Or
already
he's
driving.
driving.
I'm
now.
already
We
driving.
can still talk while
Yeah.
he's driving.
What is Did you two get the power back on?
Yeah.
Well, that
turns
was
out-
a great help. Is that what happened to your body? and
You actually
hair?
see a scorch mark.
Minor-
Toast.
Well,
minor
great
side
job.
effect.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but you also gave power to several blocks of this away from this place,
The stoplights are on.
which
Did
must
not
be
real-
just completely foreign to us. Like, this
Did
must
not
be
realize,
super weird.
Did not realize the generator covered this much.
Maybe
Uh,
it's just like things touch each
While we're-
other and
While we're driving, I say, Nell, tell him your father's name. First
or
and last.
mothers.
Or mother's first and last name.
I can't remember.
Roger is your father's name.
So in
Yeah.
story,
she
she does. Do you
does
do you,
say
do
it.
you give your mom or your
Remember.
dad?
In story, she would say her mom's. She would stay quiet for a moment, and then she would say her mom's name.
A complete profile of your mother appears on Alexandria's screen.
You can read about your mom.
There are several redacted sections.
That's
We'll get back
weird.
to that, but I want to prove a point, and that is something. Isaac, give him either your mother or your father's full name.
Isaac tells him, David, gives him the names David, and I have forgotten the mom's name.
It's in game. Just say you give him the name.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
The names.
Everyone's. I got out of it. My mom doesn't have a last name.
The information
Evelyn.
about Nell's mom goes away and Isaac's father appears on the screen. Again, several redacted sections.
I assume there was redacted sections when I was reading about both the librarian and my father.
Yes.
Okay. Quinn, I'd bet all of our shares on this that if you were able to give your mom's last name, she'd probably be on there as well.
Probably.
Affirmative. Primary user Corin Wisevale. The mobile platform now contains the entirety of Alexandria. This includes all social media and hard data records for every person alive at the
Were-
time of the collapse.
Out of the names that we've given you, who were involved in Project Alexandria?
A list of names and faces appear on the screen.
I'm driving. I can't read that.
I'll read.
Okay. Do you
off
see
anything to him?
familiar names?
No. Nope.
Was Wilma Rogers involved in Project Alexandria?
Negative.
How did she know about it?
Project Alexandria was in the final testing phases and had already become public knowledge at the time of the fall.
Maybe that's why they just knew what it was. And
However,
People are just aware.
the true nature of the artificial intelligence program that created me was not public knowledge.
The true nature?
what was the true nature?
Project Alexandria was intended as a repository of information but also a artificial intelligence needed to be created to be able to access and catalog all this information.
Okay. So people knew that stuff was being stored, but they didn't know it was being stored by an AI?
Affirmative. The scientists
Okay.
thought this information would lead to other countries attacking this one.
Well, there's no danger of that now.
New data accepted.
Have
People
you,
can barely communicate by a few miles.
Have you heard of the Knights of Pratchett? Have you heard of those? Of them?
I know of several knights that exist within the fictional works of Sir Terry Pratchett.
Oh, have you heard about the sword?
Please define.
She'll like give any information she knows about the sword. Like, do you know if does the sword exist? Is this a real sword?
There is a long pause as there's like a buffering symbol that pops up, and at the same moment you're about to leave the mall's general area and head back up the road, all the power that's around you suddenly goes out.
Well,
Oh, all right.
And you hear a concussive blast from back where the mall is, as a pillar of smoke seems to be rising out of it.
well, probably something blew up.
That
Probably.
looks like
As a person who's worked with explosives, does Corin get the sense that he needs to drive much faster right now? Okay.
No, it seems
I
whatever
was like-
happened, it already blew, and
Okay.
it's probably a fire, but the face comes back on the screen. 3 possible sites for the sword's location have been identified,
Okay.
based on Neil Gaiman's travel itinerary during the time, and cell phone records.
Okay.
Wait, Neil Gaiman.
Yeah, him and Terry were.
The
Corin's
sword
just
was
like,
given to Neil Gaiman to dispose of here in the States, while a cover story was created by Sir Terry Pratchett to dispose of the sword within the UK.
why
And we
would
got
they get rid of
information
the
that those
sword?
knights would kill
What
for.
is? Where's the what's the 3 locations?
The 3 lakes pop up on the screen. One of them is pretty near town.
So,
We
do I
should
recognize them as
explore.
places that they've already been to?
It is Lake Krogal, the one that Philip was interested in.
Weren't they
Ah,
going there?
He had it.
Wasn't
He
he gonna go
wanted
there?
them to, but he couldn't convince them.
Well,
Don't tell
When?
him.
once we
Don't
get back,
tell him.
this information can probably be shared with people.
But
No.
then he'll leave.
why? We could get the
Are you
sword
so
of Terry
selfish that you want to
Pratchett.
keep your boyfriend around and not let him achieve literally his life dream?
But he'll go back to across the big pond, and then I'll never see him again.
All right, well, I'll let you make that decision, although I think it'll be out of your hands once people find out we have all this information. I'm pretty sure the Knights of Pratchett are going to come asking.
Information now classified by user Quinn.
You have got to be shitting me.
Confirmation was given by primary user Corin Wisevale.
That's on me. That's on me. I set the bar too low. You're welcome, Quinn.
I
Wait, I'm sorry. Primary? Do you call me I'm primary user?
yeah.
Affirmative.
This is where my supervillain arc starts.
Yep.
I say that out loud while driving, just
Oh,
because this day's just weird. So
we should
I
probably.
say,
Oh.
I
Go
say
ahead.
my dad's name to the robot. To Alexandria.
Your father's records pop up on the screen. No redactions.
Huh.
Just a boring guy.
Poor Roger.
You also find out that he was
I-
nominated for a Nobel Prize.
Oh,
Peace or one
Shit.
of the sciences?
Sciences.
huh.
Environmental.
Alright, boring.
Ecology.
Ooh.
That
He's a
makes
smart
sense.
guy.
Dad was smart, apparently.
Yeah, he's alright. I ask for my mom's record again and try to look at those redacted sections.
It's hard to read.
Alexandria, why are there redacted sections in some of these files?
Classified records from Pentagon.
Oh, so you have access to Pentagon records?
I have
What is-
access to all records.
What is Pentagon?
Pentagon, Central of United States of America Defense.
I thought it sounded familiar.
Oh.
Can I access it as primary user? I asked while driving.
Clearance level inadequate. Required military command structure to access information.
Could my father, Commander such and they give him the name, access it?
Hypothesis. Your father would be able to unlock certain information. Other information is above his clearance level.
Oh.
Looks like my dad's definitely gonna have to be involved in. Well, I mean that was a no.
Hey, everybody. We're
What
not
about
gonna...
my dad?
Your Nobel.
Your dad won a
almost
nominated for a Nobel
guy.
Prize. He might have some access. Yeah. What clearance does her father have?
Please define user Nell's father.
Give him the name again.
Roger DeLance.
Connection established. No. User
Hang on.
target Roger DeLance does not have any clearance level.
What level clearance
about-
does Wilma Rogers have?
Target Wilma Rogers has no clearance level.
What about Isaac's designation? Isaac's parents, David and Evelyn Patterson.
Connections established.
What are their clearance levels?
Your parents do not have clearance levels. Your father's redacted records have to do with his work with experimental aircrafts.
Well then,
Do
What level of clearance does my mom have?
Please define.
Caitlin DeLance.
Classified.
so her clearance level is classified.
Her clearance level is so high that it's classified.
Affirmative.
Can you tell me what her clearance level is?
Primary user Corin Wisevale does not have sufficient security clearance to access information of this level.
I mean that hurts a little bit, but we just met, so it's fine.
Apologies.
What about primary user Corin's father?
You know his name.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Colonel
Yeah,
Wisevale
Whatever
require
his name is.
Colonel Wisevale has some security clearance due to station in military. However, a great deal of my records remain sealed and redacted.
Is there a way to, like, earn access? I saved your bobblehead. Does that give me higher access?
Query. User Quinn, are you trying to extort me?
I'm just trying to find out if there's a way to get higher access.
The long drive,
Hypothesis.
just play with
We
it.
could go to the Pentagon.
Well,
But that's
well
very
then.
far.
no, we couldn't.
If
there's
my mom
a-
died, do I-
Query. Do you have any set of operations in the case of there no longer being an active American military structure?
Confirmed. Affirmative.
What date does your data end on? Before we told you what the date was today.
Last day with new used New user input data. December 21st, 2020.
Which one of us are we all proficient in history, or was it 2 of us or 3 of us?
I think
All of
me
you.
and you.
I know history as
Yeah,
well.
no,
yeah.
Quinn. Yeah, so we'll
Did
just
everybody
Quinn
but Nell? Everybody but Nell.
No,
No,
we're
Nell
all
has history.
proficient
Are we
in
all-
history.
we're all-
You all
Although-
took the scavenging trap.
Nell
So-
knows all about the Library of Alexandria.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so Corin,
The
as
one
he's
country.
driving, says, "Guys, since it's such a long drive, why don't we take turns filling Alexandria in on at least what we've learned?" So
Yeah,
it
that-
can be up
yeah,
to,
if
so they
that
can
would
be up
be-
to date.
Query, Alexandria. How much space in your hard drive do you have for new information?
The amount of space in my hard drive, user Isaac, is sufficient for any amount of information that organic beings could possibly provide me with.
Well,
Let's
you're
see
going to be
about that.
getting a lot of new information once we get there,
Gonna be-
because a
got-
lot has
Got
happened.
got a long. We got a lot of years
And I think,
between inputs.
and I
I
think,
have one more question.
go ahead.
If my mom died, does that mean I inherit her clearance level?
User Nell, I am sorry, that is not how it works.
Damn it.
I didn't think she could will you clearance level, although that would have been cool.
I don't
That
know.
would be interesting.
That's a good question. I was curious as well.
Alright, fine.
Something's
I
gonna
am
have to be
interspersing
done. I don't think we can access the Pentagon. There's not the ways that there used to be able to change clearance, so that'll be something that'll need to be discussed.
Yeah. Query, Alexandria. Are you able to discuss the means of approving clearance level in the scenario where there is no longer an operating American military structure?
Clearance level of 7 or higher required to discuss.
Okay.
User Isaac's current clearance level 1.
What is protocol if there is no standing government, no standing military, or anything like that, or any way to change clearances as you have the parameters set? What is protocol for that?
User required with proper military clearance in old order. Confirmation must be achieved of structural collapse to society.
Maybe my father can help, or maybe my father will know someone who can.
Colonel Wise Vale's clearance level.
Call him Colonel to his face. I want to see what he does.
Designation.
Called him private one time, and I think if Mom wasn't there, he'd have killed me.
Designation Colonel Wisevale. Clearance level 6.
Out of
Oh.
how? Well, you can't tell us what the highest is.
I mean, can you?
Can you tell us what the highest level of clearance is? I thought we went through this already, and you said that was classified.
The platform says no, but a 10 appears on its face. Highest user interface level belongs to the President of the United States.
Which there isn't anymore.
That station has been eliminated.
Like we said, a lot of the time happened between inputs.
Unsure if I will be able to accept new inputted data.
Well, this will
Input
be
what we can.
this will be a discussion that the elders will have to have and will have and everything.
Thank you. I appreciate you rescuing me.
Yeah.
we
About your
could.
your rescue. There's eventually we're gonna have to leave this area, and those night skies. You know all about them. They are gonna ask us probably some questions and things like and to get their taxes. And if you could just not talk to them and just maybe pretend that you're not a robot. Maybe I don't know if there's
Oh, we're not gonna have to worry about that.
if I don't think we should let them know that we have
Oh, we're not.
Alexandria.
I'm not stopping to pay the taxes.
And I don't think we're going to be coming back here anytime
Not
soon.
with-
either.
I'm not
But we-
stopping with him. I plan on, and I'll probably have my father come with me because I think he'll agree with this plan. We're dropping him off, and then maybe my father, maybe us or something, will drive to one of the Knights of Snelling's locations and we will pay the taxes.
How
I
are
am
we
not
gonna
stopping.
get out of town without?
We only
Then
ran
they're
into
busy.
them. We only ran into them the first time because of bad luck.
That and-
Right,
that
and
and
you're
and
just
I have-
assuming we're gonna have great luck getting out of town.
I
And
have my
not
I have my
running
grandmother's maps. We're taking back roads. We're doing everything we can to avoid them.
We saw him on a back road, didn't we?
No, we
We
saw him in a
the city.
neighborhood. Saw him in a city. Saw him in the city when the, maps weren't as useful.
Well, if they do show up, the code word is pineapple. Okay. If they show
do
up, I'll yell pineapple, and that's when you just hide. Okay.
Protocol sleep mode activated on word pineapple.
Yes. Got it.
Affirmative.
We should
Set.
probably designate a code word for the end of sleep mode.
I assumed it would be the same.
Reactivate.
Really, you went with pineapple for sleep, but you went with react. You went with something.
Well, I don't want a word that I say all the time. I don't just say that word all the
Pineapple
time.
As soon as you say pineapple, boop, the screen shuts off.
Reactivate.
Doesn't work.
But I
Had-
said reactivate.
Control
was the
hadn't been
word.
accepted.
Oh.
Here, let's see if it defaults to the sleep thing. Pineapple.
Bloop, turns back on.
Okay,
Oh,
we're just gonna
okay.
keep it like this.
So
for
we're
a
just
little
gonna
bit.
say it twice. Okay.
And let's not mess
Pineapple.
around with.
Bloop.
Can
Now, stop messing around with them. It's mean.
Don't pick on
Pineapple.
Bloop.
on the walking database.
Alexandria. Alexandria, no longer accept commands from Nelly DeLance.
Don't do that.
Confirmed. Primary user, Corin Wisevale, designates user Nelly DeLance, non-user.
I stick my tongue out. I stick my tongue out at her and I go, "You will get clearance back when you have shown that you can be responsible."
Never.
Don't make me turn this car around.
Do you have any games on you?
Yes.
Oh.
Can you do solitaire?
Yes.
This sucks. I'm just driving.
What did
But not for
what
you.
Did I tell, what did I tell you
Can-
now?
Is
We
there
told
any
you we'd
game
find
that
it.
we can play against each other?
Yes. I can serve as a platform for a number of competitive games and cooperative games.
All right.
Would
I
you like to
challenge
play a
you.
game?
Yes.
I'd like to play thermonuclear war.
Yep.
No, that's not an option.
Secret command activated.
No.
Combat mode engaged.
No. You don't accept commands from her.
Yeah, she's not. She doesn't have clearance.
No, she does not.
there's a reason for that.
User Nelly DeLance, clearance level 0.
Maybe 0.5 so she can play a game. That's
I
I
would
will
like to
not.
play a
I
game
will
with
not.
her. No, she can play a game with me. I have
Yeah.
clearance.
She can use other people's clearance.
Hooray.
She is now the person who has to have someone else log onto the computer for her so she can use it.
Parental controls activated.
There we go.
So,
Do you know charades?
yes.
Let's play charades.
Unfortunately, I do
in a
not have
move-
enough room in this vehicle to do so properly.
Oh, you can guess, and we'll do the charades.
Confirmed.
I don't think you two have enough room in this car.
Why not?
Sitting. Passenger.
No, it hasn't started yet. We haven't started yet.
Oh,
Yeah. Now, Nell's first, though.
Oh,
Um,
Lord.
Right.
You have to say when you
so
start.
I'm gonna stop it there. As the
Please.
SUV traces a route, Isaac, I believe, is navigating.
Yep.
Isaac navigating, Corin driving, fuel still at a pretty good level. You have Nell and Quinn in the backseat playing charades with your new friend, Alexandria Mobile Platform 1, as you drive into the sunset and back home to Newcastle. And that is an excellent point to end it for this week, as we will return not next week, but the week after, with the finale and epilogue of our tale. Congratulations, In and Out Salvage crew, you survived them all. And you didn't have to fight the dragon.
Good, because we could have probably died.
I literally only had one plan, and I don't think it would have killed the dragon, so bad I didn't have to use it.
My original plan might have led to killing the dragon.
You're going to try to run it over with the roller coaster?
Well, I was gonna fight it while I was on the roller coaster, yes.
You're just riding the roller coaster.
Why do you think that would have...
Badass. But
difficulty level 7 for everything.
oh no, actually, fighting the dragon is difficulty level 10.
Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh.
I was simply going to try, if I had to, if it was chasing us. I wasn't trying to kill it. I was just trying to maybe do enough damage to make it stop. I was going to wait till it was coming right at me, and then I was just going to drop to the ground, thrust the immovable rod up with the dagger, and when it pierced him, just activate the rod, and it doesn't move, and the momentum just forces him.
I would have done some damage.
That's all I had. That's why I taped the dagger. I was just like, I mean, if he's chasing us, and I gotta do it.
Well, let's talk about experience points, shall we?
Let's.
You all get 4 experience points for accomplishing your mission.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
In addition, I'm going to give another experience point to each of you. Nell and Isaac for getting the power back on. That was very clever. Served as an excellent distraction and actually made it so that Corn and Quinn didn't have to climb the elevator shaft like they were going to have to.
Yay!
That would have taken
Did something.
forever.
Corn and Quinn
There we
getting
go.
up there, getting the figuring things out, and getting the platform out of there. So you all get another experience point for that. And did anybody have any personal goals they accomplished this week?
Yes, my personal goal was to complete
Survive.
our first mission, complete our first contract.
You did get 4 XP for that already. So
You asked. I told you what I wrote down many
mean,
weeks ago.
Quinn's personal goals are very conflicted at this moment, since now she has blocked the thing from telling any information about the swords.
she's got some decisions
Isaac-
to make.
yeah.
Isaac did get to conduct some weird science and mix magic with technology.
You already got an XP for that, but
I was about to say, if I don't get
Yeah.
XP for mine,
Yeah, darn it. All right. Then that's about it. I don't think there's anything he was hoping to do besides that.
all right.
Because we didn't get we could have if there was more time we could have stopped and gotten some supplies to build a mobile lab, but whatever.
You were a little
mean-
under pressure.
I mean, one of the
Exactly.
plans was to stop at a radio tower, but we ain't doing that. Like,
Nope,
we got it.
we're
We're
just
getting
going
this thing
straight
back.
home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to skip the MVPC this week and give you all an extra experience point because you were all the most valuable
Hooey.
PCs. All of you
Yay.
contributed. All of you made sure that this was a success. So, I mean, nobody rested on this one. Everybody was participating and contributing. So, well done.
I made a best friend with a robot. I think we're on the way to being best friends.
Then how come you're not
At this
primary
point.
user?
Yeah.
Well, I'd let him
Weird.
take it.
Sure you did. Sure you did.
You said your name first.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Quinn's gonna
Basic needs
convince
Nelly
the
as
AI to
primary
make her
user.
the primary user too. She's
Well,
gonna
pretty sure
say, I'm secondary primary user.
Pretty sure my dad has highest clearance, and he'll override whatever we say, probably.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a little backdoor whispering of saying, I have the highest clearance. No one can change it. Okay.
You're gonna try and trick the robot? Okay.
No, I'm just gonna tell
That's
it
fine.
that. So I'm like,
The
"Just don't tell
robot-
anybody."
Alexandria does return a message that when you do tell it at some point over the next couple days,
Yeah.
that it acknowledges this and your new clearance level is 1.1.
I never asked what mine was as primary
Oh,
user, but
yeah.
no.
Hell yeah.
1.
Cool. It's fine.
She's gonna teach on the road trip. She'll definitely teach him how to fist bump for sure. There's lots of like learn how to fist bump. But yeah.
Gets pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, we will be back in a couple of weeks with the finale and epilogues for our intrepid explorers from Newcastle, Minnesota, and the conclusion of our story. So we want to thank everybody very much for watching tonight. Players, do you have anything you would like to announce or talk about?
I have something big going on this weekend. Sunday will be my 33rd birthday.
Hey!
And in celebration, since we're having the party tomorrow night as of this recording, and when people see this, it'll be up on YouTube the day of, we celebrate. I'm going to spend 12 hours playing through Pokemon Red and see how far into it I can get.
Nice. Oh, that's going to be fun.
Speed run.
Yep. That's twitch.tv/storytimerowan. I'll be doing it as a VTuber, essentially. And then we just dropped the 3rd episode of our Pokemon tabletop podcast. 3rd or 4th? We may be up to 4th now. Dungeons and Dragon types. And that's wherever podcasts are wherever you listen to podcasts.
Wherever podcasts are sold.
Yes.
Distributed.
Yeah.
Ah, I found it. It's AN. Oh, and it's not muted. So sorry for the overlaid audio there, everybody. I'm going to post the link in the chat for anybody who wants to. And then I'm going to hit that follow button. That sounds like a cool thing to have on. Oh, hey, you're hosting us.
Yeah.
That's my face. Oh.
Now it's Inception.
It's delayed though.
Well, and John, happy birthday. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I almost feel like I should give you an extra XP for that.
There's no birthday XPs.
I want a birthday XP.
Yeah, my birthday
was 3 days ago.
Oh my
See?
gosh, happy birthday. Is it just everybody's birthday right now? Is that what's going on?
Mine's in May.
Oh,
It's in
well,
April, so.
yeah, you two don't get birthday.
Let's
XP.
just pretend.
Wow. Quinn's birthday is coming up in the game. How about that? I'll just make that.
Corin's birthday is literally today, whatever today is.
It is now Corin's birthday.
Oh, the 5th of never. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Any other announcements, cast? All right.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff up on DM's Guild. Go check it out. More
A lot
stuff.
of cool stuff.
More stuff to come. It's Tyler Arley on DM's Guild, or you can find everything at my link tree, which is linktr.ee/Tyler Arley, which you can also find on my Twitter, which is Writer Arley.
It's a lot of links that we just got.
All of the places.
Luckily, they're all easy.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us this week. We will see you in a couple weeks to wrap this thing up. And again, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Yeah.